Okay, it's saying that I am live. It's hard to know for sure. Got the. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, let me reload this here. I might have disconnected the stream and restarting it. That's fine because I need this to pop out. Put that over here. Put that over here. Put that over here. Perfect. There we go. That's fine, I guess. Discord message. Notification. Okay, I'll respond to that later. Go back to the YouTube thing. I have one viewer. Okay, viewer, I need you to write into the chat whether or not, uh, just like anything to the chat, just to test it. Because last time, I pulled up the chat on the side here, and I was somehow in the wrong chat, and I don't know how that's possible, but that's what happened to me. So I'm gonna reload this page. It might temporarily freeze the stream. Ah, yes, okay. Thanks, Morel. I appreciate it. Greatest of all time. Love you. Can you hear me? I guess you can. I mean, you can hear me in person. I'm an idiot. Everything should be working fine. So, okay. Oh, I know that Andrew's coming back here in a bit. I'm gonna re-ping some people in the Discord twice. Re-ping some people in the Discord at Josiah. It just doesn't boiler at. Okay, cool. Still got one for you. That's fine. Uh, hey Merle, you want to see what I was working on today? Uh, she'll get. I'll see that message eventually. Just kidding. I'm just gonna show you. Okay. Okay. Good. File open. Greyplains 5e. So look at this beautiful baby boy that I made. Let's zoom out a bit. It's too much zoomed out. If you wonder why it kind of looks like shit on your screen, it's because it's in design. It has like a kind of a low output mode when you're working on it. I guess I could also pull it up as a PDF. Let me do that because I don't plan on editing with it. Characters, Midwinter Barbarian, and let me pull out Guidebook and hide. Oh, I guess I don't have to. Oh, I need to turn on the music. Right, I forgot to do that. I knew something was missing. There we go. Now we can all be happy. So, yeah. This is the character that I've been working on for midwinter. I'm going to make one for every single class, so there'll be 12 premates. So this guy is a barbarian. I did that first because it's the first class alphabetically. I'm not doing these out of order. I'm going to forget something. The basic idea was I used the standard array, which is 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. And I put them in randomly into this spread. So it worked out pretty well. I also randomly rolled their species out of, like, 9. So I had a D10. And then have them in order. And then a 10 is I get to choose what it is. Can't really do. I could just put in a, you know, number generator and, like, generate a number between 1 and 9, I guess. But I didn't. I do that later. Anyway, so what's going on here is that, so inputting them, I got pretty lucky for a half-orc. Oh, I forgot to put the half-orc abilities in here. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. There's always something. The problem is that this rage mechanic takes up so much space that, like, it's kind of nuts. Rage is actually kind of a complicated feature for the Oonga Boonga barbarian class. It's not very Oonga, not much Boonga. It's kind of like a lot of words. And as you can see here, it, like, barely fits with the rest of everything else. So I might actually convert this to the 4-page sheet and just use 3 pages. Just for the other features and traits. Show you what that looks like. File open. I don't have that in as a PDF. Well, I do. I just have to go back to get it. I'll do that. Okay. Hup, 2 viewers. Let's go. Very exciting. So this is the 4-page sheet. The basic difference is that one on the first page, it has spells prepared. Is that a typo? I'm such an idiot. I can't believe that's there. I can't believe it. I refuse to acknowledge that mistake. I'll fix it later. Anyway. More importantly, the whole third sheet here is dedicated to just being much more precise about all the stuff that you get. So the class has a bunch of mechanics, the subclass has a bunch of mechanics, your species has a bunch of mechanics, and then you have feats and exertion actions. So overall, is a lot more space. And then this 4th page, like, if you're not casting spells, you don't actually need it. So I should have just committed to doing the 4-page sheet for everyone, and not try to be clever. Shouldn't have been clever. Clevered myself into a pickle because I completely forgot the species mechanics of half-orcs, which are kind of important to the guy. Anyway. Oops. Anyway. So, what's going on here? In the mods, spears are just cracked out of their mind. They're versatile, and they're thrown, and they're piercing. And those things combined make a kind of absolutely crazy weapon, which was intentional. It wasn't an accident. It's like, oh boy, who left all these spear mechanics on the table? Who designed... Spears are great weapons. Spears have historically been, like, the weapon of choice by default for, like, most people. It's just a big pointy stick with a sharp point on it. It's pretty good. You can throw it. Keep people at a distance. You can hold it in one hand. Excellent weapon. So look at that. So the idea that the spear is just really good is, like, designed. So he ended up having the mechanics necessary to use a spear pretty well. He's got just enough intelligence to take advantage of the versatile property for it. He has enough intelligence also to take advantage of the critical improvement, which is just by intelligence, up to intelligence, I believe. It might be different. Might be proficiency. I don't remember exactly. I could check, but I don't care. More importantly, polearm goes off of your constitution, and the polearm proficiency gives you an improvement to your defense, which is pretty great. And then in combination with the versatile, he's not actually using the versatile skill, that's right. He could in theory, but he's not, because his intelligence isn't better than just using a shield. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the shield takes away your speed. It might be worth it to give him the versatile and not give him a shield. So, that actually might just actually be meta for this guy, is a weaker versatile, but overall a better trade-off, because he doesn't lose speed. So he essentially gains speed and only loses a little bit of defense, which is, I think, overall a better trade-off. Because by speed, I mean initiative. Yeah, so I might fix that later now that I'm thinking about it. That'd be pretty good. Because when I was first looking at it, I just was like, oh, I'll just use a shield. Whatever. No. No. He's better off. Well, maybe. Because the shield does give him improved defense against projectiles, which the versatile doesn't give him a bonus proficiency against projectiles. So it's kind of a wash. I'll think about it some more. Oh, that viewer left. Okay. Okay. So that's what I've been working on. The rest of it was just setting up this InDesign document to actually accommodate this. As you can see, there's a whole lot of possible... Oh, no, you can't see. As you can see, there's a whole lot of possible values on this stupid character sheet. And so I had to, like, fill in with like, the empty text box for all of them in order to actually, like, have them be filled in later. So that took me, like, a shocking long time. That took me, like, 3 hours. Because there's just kind of no great way to do it. You just kind of have to, even with, like, copying and pasting and alt-shifting, or alt-arrowing, and then shifting them around, and then with the alignment tool, makes it a lot faster. I've gotten faster at doing this than I used to be, but, man, oh man, was I pretty bad. It just takes a long time. It just takes a long time. Anyway. So, that's what I've been working on for that. The only other things I need the species features. And I'm gonna put in the, like, actual, just, like, word for word, the descriptions of those backstories. Yeah, this is for Midwinter. People potentially watching this stream after it's live. Midwinter is a convention that I'll be going to. I am running games at Midwinter. It's a gaming convention outside of Milwaukee. I think it's like west of Pewaukee. That's what people keep telling me. That doesn't mean anything to me. It's pretty far west. Like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe. West. So one of the games I'll be running as a demo for the 5e mods is 30 minutes, yeah. Thanks, Merle. She knows. She's my information accountant. She remembers things so I don't have to, because I have a terrible memory. Thank you. Coffee. Anyway, so I'm going to be running the mods, and I'm going to be using the mods to play Dark Souls as a tabletop role-playing game, to much hilarity. Yeah, that's basically all I'll be doing for that. The idea, what's cool about Dark Souls 1 in particular is I'm starting them off at a pretty high level for starting off in Dark Souls. Normally, if I were to do this as like a full campaign, I would start people at like level 1, and we'd go through the Undead Asylum, and we'd fight the Asylum Demon. But the Asylum Demon kind of sucks too. What's really cool about Dark Souls is that, Dark Souls 1, is that your real first boss after the Asylum Demon, technically your second boss, It can be like one of 8 different bosses. And so for the purpose of a demo, the goal is to get as far as you can in Dark Souls following any one path. So you end up getting to pretty decent. So you can easily get to any one of the bosses, and at level 5, there's a good chance you can defeat any one of the bosses as a full party. The mods work a little bit differently than typical 5e, and I kind of alluded to that a little bit. If you notice here, initiative is a flat number. It's 14. It's not like a plus whatever. That's because the way initiative works is that every time a player takes an action, all of the enemies roll their initiative, which is not a flat number. It is a plus modifier number, right? So some might have really good initiative, some might have pretty okay or bad, right? And so they roll against your initiative to see if they activate, right? Whenever they activate, they can make an action to do something, right? And that means that a lot of fights that would normally be kind of like steamrolls for the boss, or steamrolls against the boss, turn into a lot more difficult fights. Also, like, fights against just, like, random guys turn into legitimate situations, right? So, like, you may be a level 5 party, but you come across a couple of hollows, and if you're not careful and you're not, like, actually trying to play the game correctly, you might take a decent amount of damage from them. Especially if they have, like, the dagger and they do their stupid whip attack. That's a great way to get absolutely bodied. Anyway, so that's going to be that. There'll be, like, 5 players. If you're in the area, if you're in the Midwest, or vaguely close otherwise, I don't know, Canada, maybe? I don't think it's that close. It's not that close to Canada. You should sign up for Midwinter. I will be there. I'll be running events. Not just this, I'll also be running a bunch of Greyplains stuff and a bunch of Simplane stuff, primarily. Yeah, I think I'm only running 3 of my systems, not 4. I've decided to not run Beige Plains, because Beige Plains is kind of too convoluted to run as a tournament game. So, that's that. And we can put that away. Get to this. We're doing Greyplains Core. Oh boy. Oh boy. Have to refresh my brain muscles a little bit to do this. Okay, we can start talking about what Pokemon we might want to try making a character for. I am going to... Yes, we can do OU. Okay, so if you don't know the tiers for Smogon, there is... The standard area of play is overused. So we are going to... The final objective of this stream is to have a party of 6 Pokemon. So we could either... They'll all be character sheets, right? So they'll all be playable characters. You can play them in a campaign for the giggles, right? But I'll also be doing a challenge where I try to win a game of Gen 3 OU with these Pokemon. And it has to be OU because Regirock is UUBL. So that means the only tiers of play it can play in are Overused and Ubers. And not doing Ubers because there's not a regular tier for Ubers. First of all, there's no regular tiers for any of the lower tiers in past gens. So I'd have to, like, challenge specific people, and I could actually do that. I'm in a number of Discords where I could, if I wanted to, just challenge people to Shitmon games or to Ubers. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to play OU. Hello, it's Wordnala. Very exciting. Very exciting. Anyway, so. Trying to think. Yeah, we're going to be playing OU, because that's the tier I can actually play Gen 3 Pokemon in. However, in order to do that, so I can't do Pokemon. No, you're fine. You're fine, Wordnala. We can't do Pokemon that are in Ubers, because they won't be OU, because they're in the tier above Ubers. Or they're in the tier above OU, right? So they can't be played in OU. And I can't have a... So it has to be OU. And I would please love to have a Pokemon this time that's better than Spinda. Although, there's been some developments on the meta of Spinda in a very... in a meme category speedrun that's just been worked on for Gen 3 Falbar Town Battle Tent. Very funny. Where Spinda might actually objectively be the best Pokemon that you can bring. Due to just a staggering amount of factors. That being said, this does not mean Spinda is good. This means Spinda is hilariously actually meta for this one specific situation. Yeah. So, please give me a Pokemon that's better than Spinda. And if it's a Pokemon that's, like, really bad, this time, I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no, because, goddamn, is it gonna be hard to win with 2 absolute trash mons. So, I'm sorry, we're not doing Ariados. We're not doing Ariados. It's not happening. Anyway. Any ideas? Flygon is a legitimate OU mon, and so is Cloyster. I think Cloyster might be UUBL, but they're both good. Cloyster, I like quite a lot, actually. I prefer Glalie over Cloyster, personally, because I think Glalie is A, funnier, B, better. But not absolutely. Cloyster is good because he has spikes and he has rapid spin. Which makes him actually very useful. Cloyster's like one of the 4 best Pokemon in Gen 2 OU, weirdly enough. And so he's still pretty good in Gen 3 OU. Flygon is just actually a legitimate OU threat. Fun factoid, Choice Band Flygon's Earthquake is the strongest attack in standard OU. So of all OU mons, that attack does the most... is the most damaging Earthquake, I think, is technically what it means. Is what it is. I don't know if it's the most damaging physical attack, because, like, Return, Snorlax, Choice Band, potentially. But you're not likely to encounter attacks that hit harder than Banded Flygon Earthquake. Although, Flygon often doesn't use a Choice Band. So, I'm good with either of those 2 options. Those are much better. Those are much better. If you have an opinion, Wordnala, I'd like to hear it. Aggron does learn Roar. Aggron is probably NU? That's a playable Pokemon. That's playable. I think, does Flygon learn Roar? I don't think it does. I have my... open. Roar or Whirlwind are important because well, thankfully we can actually go through and we can click on Roar here in a second, but I don't... it does not... Flygon does not learn Roar. Okay, the reason why Roar... a couple of things. One, the primary reason is Baton Pass. Shedinja. Not Shedinja. Shit. Ninjask? Yeah, Baton Pass Ninjask is a absolute little monster if you don't have a solution to deal with it. So, Baton Pass Ninjask and Calm Mind Suicune are 2 major problems that will get cheese wins. So, what happens is that they set up. So, if you have Ninjask, right, what it will do is it will use Substitute. You try... well, first it will probably Protect. So you try to hit it. You can't hit it because it protected. Then it uses Substitute. And then it uses Swords Dance. And then by that point it has plus 2.5 speed and plus 2 attack. And then it passes it to something really scary that, like, may be a little bit slow, but is, like, kind of strong. And then just, it wipes your team if you're not prepared for it. And the best solution to it is just Roar, because it just completely undoes the strategy, right? And so Roar is like, yeah, I typed that in the Discord solely because it stops a lot of cheese, and you just kind of have to have a Pokemon with Roar. So we can look at Roar as a move and see who learns it and see who we like. Also, Whirlwind works as well. Yes, Roar directly counters that. I don't want to lose without a fight to Baton Pass Shedinja Cheese. Also, like, not a cheese strat is Calm Mind Suicune and other Calm Mind Pokemon. Also, Baton Pass Swords Dance Celebi is a threat. And Baton Pass Calm Mind Celebi is also a threat. So there's a lot of things that you want to stop their boosting. You need to get them out, right? Aerodactyl's a funny Pokemon with Roar. There's a very cheese strat where you just stay asleep and you just keep using Sleep Talk and Roar. It's the only move you know is Sleep Talk and Roar. We're not doing that. It's very funny. Dragonite learns Roar? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Golem learns Roar? That's cool. Houndoom learns Roar? That's interesting. I didn't know. Lots of Pokemon get Roar that I didn't realize. Oh! I'm not showing it. My bad. I thought I was, just by default. Smogon. Smogon? Oh, I need to connect it. My bad. My bad, everyone. Okay. Sorry. Getting used to this. Okay. Can you all see that now? Gyarados is a common Roar user that's in OU because it resists Suicune Stab for Calm Mind, and it resists Suicune Stab for Calm Mind. That's like the major one. It also has some other niche uses for it, so it's pretty good for that. Lugia's Ubers, can't use it. Muse Ubers, can't use it. Mightyena sucks. Onix sucks. Right on, that's not surprising. Roar Salamence, I don't know if that's a set. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, that seems pretty bad. I wouldn't do that. That's a great way to get killed by... If it's a physical attacker getting past a Swords Dance and speed boost from Ninjask, then Salamence gets hit by Rock Slide almost certainly. You're almost certainly passing to a Pokemon that has Rock Slide, like Tyranitar, and then you die. Or you're trying to get rid of Suicune, and I use Ice Beam, and then you die. No matter what, it's pretty bad. I don't recommend Roar Salamence. Roar Slacking's funny. Don't use it. Swampert is a legit Roarmon. Swampert is just one of the best Pokemon in OU. He's considered one of the big five. That is a Pokemon, if we want to like have a good Pokemon, Swampert. Swampert's a good Pokemon. Yeah, that's not surprising you're excited about that. Morel is a dedicated member of the Mudkip gang. Yeah. Roar Zapdos is also a legit Pokemon. Roar Vaporeon, that's a Pokemon. Roar T-Tar, kind of sketchy. Okay, let's look at Swampert. I'll be so happy if we get Swampert. Oh my god. Standard defensive. See, this set has Roar. Swampert for president, says Word Nala. I'd vote for Swampert over most of the options that we have. Metagross is absolutely an integral partner. Oh, Metagross is an integral partner as a Swampert cannot be relied on defensively and thus requires the support. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that set's definitely not using Roar. That defeats the point. Other options. Oh, this set also has... This set does have Roar. Look at that. Ice Beam is a... Roar or Ice Beam. Okay. Are we happy? Are we happy with Swampert? I'm happy with Swampert. Swampert makes me happy. That's a Pokemon. This is a real Pokemon, everyone. We found it. We got one real Pokemon. Okay. We're happy. We're happy with Swampert. Cool. Okay, this should be pretty easy, actually, because... this is OU, so we just have to look at their stat spread. Let me pull out my file for this. Excuse me while I manage this. Okay. Oh, I need to get its base stat total. I think it's like 530 or something, because that's around where most starters are. We don't want to go to PokemonBB.net. Actually, this might not have it. Might have to go to Bulbapedia. Ugh. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, we're good. 535. Whew. Whew. Don't have to go to Bulbapedia. What's wrong with Bulbapedia, you ask? Too much information. Don't need all of that. I don't need to know everything about Swampert in the anime before I know its base stat total. I just need to know its base stat total. Okay. Well, I don't need that. What was I doing? Oh, we're here. We're here. Let me get up the notepad. Let me get out a notepad. It is also... Yeah, you're right. Bulbapedia runs so slowly because of, like, you click on it, and, like, every single ad in the universe is like, oh, you like Pokemon? You probably have poor judgment and executive dysfunction. I bet you like this random shit. And, you know, they're kind of right. If modern Pokemon fans, Malding, if you bought Scarlet and Violet, maybe you will buy the shit that's on Bulbapedia. God, that game is so bad. Okay, let me make Notebook a little bit smaller so I can co-pilot it with this. Notepad, notepad, notepad. Ah, why are you grabbing that? I want notepad. There. No, that's not notepad. That's notepad. Yeah, that'll go right there. That's perfect. Okay. Okay, so power, agility. Nice. I'm not gonna write all of coordination. Too long. Awareness. Too long. Intellect. Too long. Presence. Too long. Luck. That's not too long. Lick. Nice. Okay, let me make this a touch bigger. Okay, power. It's got good attack. Look at that. 2. No, it's a... Power is his HP. It's got good HP. 2. Coordination. It's got good attack. It's got really good attack. 110. That's meaty. I have to check my notes to see if... Oh, that's the end of that song. Okay. I'm on it this time, Wardenala. I'm on it. Shit. It's on the other Google page. Let me slap this one over, actually. Oh, I need to do its level. Fuck. Forgot. That's what I was there for originally. It's level 10. Okay. Dice monkey. I do feel like a dice monkey sometimes. Actually. Don't give me enough respect. Okay. Power, agility. Agility is almost certainly speed, if I remember. Oh, where did I put those stats? Here they are. Okay. Speed is real bad. It's not actually that bad. It's 60. So it's like... -1. Yeah, that's okay. Swamper's got to be bad at something, right? It has to be bad at something, because it's really good Pokemon. -1. Attack, 2. Let me double check that before I confirm. 110 to 115. Yep, that's a 2. That's a 2, folks. Defense, 90. Now, this is a little bit, it's a little bit of a lie, that that Swamper's defense is 90. It is literally 90, like, that is objectively true. But, because of its high HP, and because of its really solid defensive type, it functionally feels like it has a lot more than 90 defense and 90 special defense. So this is a case where it does technically have 1 in, both of these things, but it's kind of... No, that's power. Luck is HP, so that's 2. Presence is its tier, which I think is 2. Intellect is its special attack, which is 85, so I think that's 1. Shit, what am I looking there? It's not going to tell me. Yeah, oh no, it's 0. It's barely 0. That's unfortunate, I guess. Its physical defense is its power, right? So it's 1, and then special defense is that. Okay, so 1, -1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 2. Okay. Okay. I've seen worse. It's pretty good. It's a pretty well-balanced character, which is going to be a lot of these characters from converting from Pokemon, especially starters. Starters are going to consistently have pretty okay stats across the board. They're going to be pretty useful characters. So, that's good. That's very good. At level 10, we'll be able to have class archetypes and flavors. So we can start looking at that now. It also needs a species. Okay, so for class, there's warriors, experts, sages, and arcanists. In terms of just his raw abilities, the only thing I would say he shouldn't be is an expert, or an arcanist. So he's going to be either a warrior, because he's got good coordination, or a sage, because he's got good presence. And he'd be good at either of them because he also has good luck, which is pretty important. So, I guess it's up to you guys for this 50-50. We have 2 chatters. Let's hope they don't both split the vote here. Would you rather Swampert be a warrior or a sage? I could see him going either way. If we want him to be at least yes, there's going to be at least one opportunity to raise the ability score. That's going to be critical. So, because he'll at least be a level 4 in his class. I wouldn't do Swampert dirty like that. But which ability score he raises is going to depend on which class he is, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, so if we're doing supportive, physically bulky support Swampert, I would say we go Sage. If we're doing offensive Swampert, we go Warrior. We've already done a Warrior in Regirock, because Regirock is a bulky Warrior. I'm thinking, yeah, I agree, Morel. I think Sage makes sense. See what Wordnala, see if they have anything to say. Person of ambiguous gender, because I don't know who they are, obviously. I know. Cat's out of the bag for Morel. There's no way. You know, that's just gonna be what it is. Let me pull up the PDF. Yeah, he gets Sage spells. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and that would be, like, the idea of using Roar inherently is kind of a Sage spell action. Because you're not, like, doing a special attack with, like, Ice Beam. You could, and that's, like, having a decent intellect. Sagely Swampert sounds like a good compliment to Rambunctious Regirock. Okay, we're going Sage. We are going Sage, folks. Excellent. You can still see that, so Sage. Okay. From Sage, we have 4 archetypes. We have Priest, Druid, Warlock, and Monk. Of all of those, it's definitely not Monk. It's definitely not Monk. So it's just between those 3. When you're dealing with Pokemon, it's like a natural instinct to want to go Druid. Just because, like, it's, you know, it's Swampert. It's like a water ground thing, you know. But we don't have to do Druid just because he's a Pokemon. The thing that makes me not want to do Priest is that Swampert is supporting the party, but he doesn't have healing magic, right? Swampert does... Well, Swampert has Refresh, and that's kind of debatable. And Swampert is one of the best Pokemon at passive recovery. And passive recovery, if you heal Swampert because you take damage as Swampert and you heal it off, that's not completely unlike healing someone else. So, the reason why Swampert's so good at passively generating hit points is that he has Protect, 1. 2, he has 101 HP. If he invests fully into HP, he can make 101 HP substitutes that he can hide behind. 3, most importantly, he is a ground-type Pokemon, which means he doesn't get hit by Tyranitar Sand, which is endemic to the tier, right? So that's why he's actually... Despite not having a healing move, he is a Pokemon that gets a lot of free turns of healing. Similarly to Skarmory. So, with Substitute Protect and just being a good type, he gets a lot of free... And he forces a lot of switches. And so Swampert could come in after a Pokemon dies, right? Or you can just bring Swampert in a move that he doesnn't take damage on, like Zapdos' Thunderbolt. Pokemon switches out, that's 2 rounds of free healing you just got. That's 12%. Next Pokemon comes in, you put it Protect, that's 18%. That's like 18.5, actually. So that's in 3 rounds, you've restored a good amount of your health, just passively. So I could see, there's an argument, all that is to say that there is an argument for Priest, actually. I didn't initially think so, but I think there is an argument. Warlock could be interesting. I don't see Swampert being a Warlock Personally, I don't get that vibe from Swampert. You know? But that's just me. So I think the options are between Warlock. No, excuse me. Are between Priest and Druid. Guess I'll take input from my viewers. Let me pull up the guidebook here. Actually, I'll keep... Yeah, no, let me pull up the guidebook. Okay, yeah. The Priest is the most versatile Sage. That's because... I'm turn up the music a little bit on my end. That's because... There we go. Because they can invest into any of their spellcasting types. So, Light, Dark, Elemental, and Psychic. The Priest can do any of them. The Priest also gets the most options in terms of devotions. And the devotions, in many cases, are how you're actually healing Pokemon. Because instead of using Sanity, you can use your Fatigue and, like, a little bit of Sanity to heal people slightly. Instead of, like, using a lot of Sanity to do slightly more healing. The devotions are really how you get it done. And those are things that the Druid generally lacks access to, or as much access to the devotions. The Warlock is specialized at having maximum devotions, but the Priest is pretty well balanced. The main thing about the Druid is the Druid shapeshifts. Yeah, we can... yeah, having, like, Swampert and, like, a little Priest hat, little Pope hat. Saint Swampert. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Priest, actually. That does sound fun. And just because you're a Priest doesn't mean you fundamentally have to hard focus into healing. You can do anything. For context, where Nala says imagining Swampert as a kindly old minister is fun. Although now with the setup, they should be able to see chat when I respond to things, so it should be good. Priest Swampert does volunteer at the food bank. He's just a nice guy. You know, he's just a nice guy. Okay. I like that. I like this. This is fun. We have fun here. Flavor, let me actually pull up the... I don't remember the flavors that well. For Sage. I don't access the flavors much for Sage, because usually with Sage I go universal flavors, and I think that's what we're going to do. More likely than not, my opinion is that we should be investing into the warrior flavor, because while Swampert is a priest, Swampert is a battle priest, right? We could also eventually lean into paladin type mechanics, or excuse me, knight type mechanics with the flavor leveling of how you choose. You can choose to level into knight adjacent things, and so having Swampert be a little bit more of like a crusader, I think makes sense. Crusader priest, than having him be like a pure support priest, because like while Swampert can roar, Swampert roaring is backed up by Swampert earthquaking, you know, which is bad. Swampert earthquake hurts. Swampert earthquake hurts a lot. I'm going to actually make an executive decision here. No, I'm fine with having coordination 2. I was gonna maybe make it coordination 3 because it's pretty close, but let me look at those stats again. See if I maybe want to fudge some numbers. Having 85 special attack is a little bit unfortunate, because it's not a terribly powerful Pokemon yet. I think I'm going to call that special attack 90, because he does actually use it, surprisingly, quite a lot. So let's say he has 90 special attack for the purpose of doing all this. I have not decided a set for Swampert, because I'm going to... when making the character, unless there's like one set that's like very different, I'm going to consider the Pokemon holistically. I'll get to that in a second. I want to consider the Pokemon holistically, and then weirdly enough, after we make the character, when I go back to camera, nice, good job, me. when I go back to make the Pokemon for the team, I will probably not use the character sheet for too much inspiration, because I just want to make a team that works. So, a lot of the Swampert sets are pretty similar to each other, and we can look at that. Earthquake, Ice Beam, Protect, Hydro Pump, Roar, Refresh. So that's another Roar, Refresh set. This is like standard defensive, but it's defensive offensive, right? Surf Defensive is another defensive set, except it uses Surf and Toxic as its main ways to pressure, right? But it's got Protect, it's got Roar in 2 possible slots, it's got Refresh. Why is there so much Refresh? I very rarely see Refresh Swampert, actually. Okay. Where Nala says, David Thul's character from Kingdom of Heaven. Can you send that to me in Discord so I can show what that looks like? Because I don't remember this. I don't know if I know this. But I would like to be able to reference it. Surf defensive. Oh, we looked at this. Standard offensive. So this is the only one that's like purely offensive. I actually really like this set with Focus Punch. Focus Punch Swampert is nasty. But even then, look at these EVs. You know, we still are investing defensively into stuff. 108 defense, Rash Nature. What does that do? Doesn't say. Okay. I have this open on another tab, actually. I think this is also going to be database, yeah. If I don't know Rash, raises special attack, lower special defense? Really? Really? That's what they want for that set? Let me look at this. Oh, for Focus Punch. Yeah, and Earth. Okay, yeah, that's a really interesting set. Let me see if I got messaged in Discord. Message from that. I'll respond to that later. Anyway. So a lot of the sets are pretty similar to each other. It's overall, it's a defensive, offensive Pokemon. And one of the sets is more offensive, which makes me consider why I kind of want to go Warrior flavor. Oh, here it is. Wrong. Oh, I had my book open. I'm so bad at this. Okay, and then Notepad is covering this up. Okay. This does feel a little bit like Swampert. I like this. I like this. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's go back here. But yeah, standard offensive. Let's see. Substitute Select. This is kind of a goofy offensive set because of Endeavor. This is, for those of you who don't know about Endeavor strats, welcome to Pokemon. One of the cheesier things you can do is just, like, survive on 1 HP by putting up substitutes, get up a Select Berry, and just Endeavor people so they have the same amount of HP as you do, which is a 1. And then you just hit them with a move, and Swampert at +1 speed is, like, faster than you would expect. At least one serious attack that deals a lot of damage. I agree. Swampert needs to have, Swampert character needs to have one attack that's pretty specced out. And in order to do that, we're going to need to go Warrior. We're going to need to go Warrior. Yeah. Okay, so I've decided. We're going Flavor Warrior. For species, weirdly enough, I'm thinking Dwarf. Weird because dwarves, well, no, Dwarf would actually be kind of bad because they can't cast spells. They can't cast... No, I'm thinking of something else. Let me see what the Dwarf disability is for that involves spell casting. Here it is. Oh, look at that. I managed to have it right open to Dwarf. I just knew. It was Dwarf time. Was Regirock a Dwarf? Was Regirock a Dwarf? Might not do that. Let's do Elf. Elf is actually meta for this. Although it doesn't feel right. Yeah, Regirock was a Dwarf. Uh, Elf is good because, yeah, human probably makes sense. Yeah, human's good. What does Half-Orc do? Half-Orc has a -1 presence. That's not going to work. Gnomi has... Oh, no Bane to presence, actually. I think Gnome is in contention as well. Oh, didn't we make Spinda a Gnome? Yeah, we sure did. Yes. Humans are the most versatile, and I think that just spiritually makes sense for Swampert. Because Swampert's a very versatile Pokemon that can do a lot of things. And that's why it's so scary, is because Swampert comes in, and you kind of got a vibe of what it's going to do. It's going to be hard to kill, and it might do a lot of damage to you, but you don't know exactly how. You don't know exactly when. So, yeah, let's do human. I think that's pretty non-controversial. I was trying to be spicier than necessary. Humans are great. Okay, so we got everything we need. Okay, now we have the ability score improvement, which should go to what? Let me scroll that down one. Luck. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because he kind of we got coordination, which we're gonna need. We've got presence, which we're gonna need. We've got luck, which we're gonna need. We've got a decent amount of intellect now. Oh, notepad backup. Right. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. Actually, let me have the guidebook out and do that. I need to look over at the TV more because I have it on a different screen, so I know what I'm actually doing. I'm doing right and doing wrong. Coordination, good. Presence? You think presence? Here's my thing. I actually don't think presence, because a lot of the things he's doing aren't going to be requiring a saving throw against, right? He's not, because he's a warrior priest, he doesn't actually need that much presence to accomplish what he needs to do, because he's not a heavy spellcaster, right? Power makes sense to me. Luck makes sense to me. Maybe even intellect. Probably not. It's not exactly opponent doesn't know what they're going to do. It's you know what Swampert's going to do generally, but you don't know exactly how it's going to go about it. It's a defensive, offensive Pokemon. So, for me, I think it's actually... I think I agree with Morel that it's actually power. Power is what we're going to be increasing. Because that's going to help with his melee attacks, which is going to help a lot. It's either power or maybe coordination, but I'm kind of not into that, because power will also raise his health, and that's going to be a big deal. So, I'm going to go with power. Yeah, he needs the bulk. Because right now it's not a perfect representation of... Well, before that, at +1, it's not a great representation of how bulky Swampert really is. Although, like, pointing out in the comparison to Regirock, Swampert's not the bulkiest thing in the world. It does have frailty, especially considering its 4x weakness to grass. It's, like, pretty critical. However, specially invested Swampert lives a lot more grass moves than you would expect from, like, straight hidden power grasses. So, anyway, we're going power. Okay, let me get the character sheet back out. There it is. Power helps with melee attacks. Yes. Pretty critically helps with melee attacks. Which is more or less what Swampert's trying to do. And this gives him a distinct niche of having more melee power, melee capability than projectile capability, which is true of Swampert. That overall, because the awareness really helps with ranged attacks. And that's like Rock Slide, which he does use. Another Rock Slide mon. Let's go. Okay. Let me move Notepad over here. For me, can't see it on your end. It looks normal. 2, 1. Oh, that's a -1. Dumb. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Actually, I'm going to take that intellect away from him again. This looks fine. Oh, yeah, I need to, I haven't been focusing on the tracks. I need to do that. Sorry, everyone. This stream is apparently going to be a little bit rockier. This isn't Twilight Shrine. This isn't Counter. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Sorry about that. So, that'll help when people are looking back at the stream later on, in theory. Okay. Ability 2. 2. Also, having that 2 power helps his fatigue as well, because his agility is not going to cover that. Sanity. It's intellect or awareness. It's actually 1, which is not great. But the class will help make up for that, and the other slots from the warrior flavor will help make up for that. 2, 2, 2. I'm sure there is. I've thought about it in terms of the automation for it. I'd have to first automate the music, which I can do. I just haven't done it yet. And then I would have to set it to a PowerPoint slide or a Google slideshow, which has automatically refreshing slides every 30 minutes or so. So it'll cut to the next thing. It'd probably be like 30 minutes in a couple seconds, 31 minutes. So it'll be a little bit of play over of the next song into the next title, then it'll switch over, because the songs aren't exactly 30 minutes. They're a little bit variable. But I could also cut them, I guess, but I'm probably not going to. So they won't be directly linked to each other, but they would be automated. And I've thought about that, but I haven't set that up yet. Okay. Okay, now we can go to... What do we want for its boon? What boon do we want? If we did awareness, that would help out its sanity a little bit, but that's not particularly great. I think having a boon power would be bad. Boon and coordination would help make up for the fact that it's mixed. No, we're not using agility. I'm sorry, Morel. We're not booning agility. We're just gonna avoid anything that requires agility, like the plague. Okay, coordination. I'll do that. Unless there's... I'm still willing to entertain counterpoints from either myself or Wernala. But yeah, we'll do that for now. Coordination. That's not going to improve any of their attributes. He will be using a weapon. I think something standard, like maybe a longsword. Or maybe a mace. Something like that. I feel Earthquake is kind of like a mace attack. Earthquake feels like a bludgeoning attack. You also do spears yet again. Boy, do I love spears. Smashing, indeed. Okay, we have got to open the book here, so go back to the book. Close this folder. Guidebook. Guidebook, thank you. Let me hide Notepad. Slamming. Okay. Sage. Actually, weirdly enough, I'm going to look over at the warrior flavor first. And see what all we actually want out of the warrior flavor, because that'll kind of set what we want from the rest of the character. 15. attack skill check, attribute save, etc. The warrior can aid a number of allies equal to their warrior. One benefit. Okay, so that's the knight benefit. I think. Ranger style. Armor. Strike. Okay, that's another song done. Let me switch the title over. Minimize that again. I could just been doing that. What am I thinking? Nah, don't want to do that. 2-weapon. I can't see him using 2 weapons. Archery, no. Medium armor is a maybe. I actually think I want to put him in heavy armor. Because his agility is shit. And so we're going to invest into the armor skill in order to enable that to happen. So I don't actually think we need warrior level 3. Nothing in here is particularly striking my fancy, actually. The one that is vaguely helpful would either be maneuvers or rally. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we reconnect. Successfully connected. Okay. Weird. Type something in chat if the chat is working. Okay, we good. Expert 2. Yeah, so like this rally or maneuvers would be nice, but I don't think it's necessary. So I think we'll just go to 2 probably. Gain a bonus slot to health, that's good. Gain a bonus slot to fatigue. Vitality, training. Vitality would actually be really good, but that's power-based, which we did improve, so that might be good synergy. Training, select one maneuver, let's cost either one. So, either of these would be good. I think that Warrior 2 is pretty good. Warrior 1 we absolutely need. Absolutely need Warrior 1. Because we see maneuvers and combat slots, and that's just absolutely amazing. Cane Sage, maneuver sub-skills. Okay. I'm gonna say, let's do Warrior 2. Yeah, let's say Warrior 2 for now. Sage 4 at least. So that means we're level 6 at least. So we have up to 4 levels to invest into Priest, which I don't think we're going to do. Let's look at Priest and see how that's working out. Clerical casting, TF sphere, select Sage sphere, light elemental, darker psychic. This is the preferred spheres, deity. Elemental, dark, psychic. Priest gains 2. Thanks. You can't see that, but there's like a little thing in the way. The priest gains 2 slots in Sage spheres. These slots cannot be placed into the same sphere. Okay, cool. 2 devotions. 3. The priest can cast spells with their sphere as a lower level. This is really cool. Okay, that's right. This is the reason to be a priest, is because like, oh, does your thing cost too much? Do you want to spend less sanity on spells? Well, here you go. It's slightly worse now, but it's a lot cheaper. Something else I didn't even think about. The way the priest works for their magic, it's pretty funny. They have to get an amount of money relative to their spells in order to keep casting them. So that's why they have to have like a congregation, is because they just need the money to use their spells. And because Swampert is so used and Swampert is so beloved, people give so much money to or to a Mudkip merch because the Mudkip squad is so pervasive in society that Priest actually is perfect for him. Now I think about it. So, well done, everyone. Well done. Claps around. Claps around. Off topic. Yeah, no, we want level 3 Priest. I don't see us wanting level 4. Like, level 4 is okay, but it's not that great. 2 more Devotions, whatever. Bonus slots into Sage, who cares? We're trying to cast things as low level as possible. Yeah. Granted, you do have to have more slots to cast them at lower levels, so, like, I could see level 4, but I don't want to do that. The Congregation of Mudkips, yes. Yes. I'm gonna pin that because it's funny to pin things. Message pinned. Okay. I'm gonna do Priest 3, Sage 5. Let me look at that the Sage gets you at level 5, and if it sucks, then we won't do it. Oh, no. That's huge. That's huge. Level 5 Sage is massive. Look at that. Do you get action skills? 0. No. See, this is why in future streams, once I have more followers, I'm going to start opening up an Aggie.io. Is it Aggie.io? Might not be. There's a drawing software that's all together, where you do it all together with a, and you like have to have a passcode or something to get in, depending on the amount I spend on it. That way we could be drawing all this out, so I'll have like the drawing happening while the stream is going on, so you can do group drawing of this little Mudkip and Swampert congregation. Not happening right now, unfortunately, because I didn't prepare for it. I didn't realize we were going to do the cutest thing ever on stream. Yeah, Sage 5 is huge. Getting 2 points to your fatigue and getting another point to both fatigue and sanity, or health and fatigue, is pretty ginormous. I guess the question is that better than getting extra slots in spellcasting? Because that's what we're trading. And I think, objectively, actually, no. I want more health and fatigue, because that does make Swampert bulky. But having more slots in the spellcasting allows him to actually cast things at a lower level, which allows him to do the thing he's trying to do better. So I'm kind of conflicted. Maybe I could do a poll. I'll do a poll. Why not? What's the question of this poll? Okay. Let's watch it go 50-50, and then I still have to make a decision. It completely undermines the entire purpose of this. Poggies. What did I get a notification for? Dev team? Ah, yeah, okay. Okay. 1 vote. Look at my stream charts. I should probably still only have 2 viewers, yeah. True. True. Oh, we have 3 votes? How'd that happen? Oh! Oh! Just in time. Just in time. Wow. Thank you, Boiler. It's gonna be so hard not to dox you yet again. Jesus Christ. Do I even try at this point to not? 3 votes. That's all that's here, so, and pull. At 100% level 5 Sage. Okay, we're going with bulk. Okay, good. Okay. True, yeah. Yeah, because if it's like, oh, this is an interesting profile name, I could probably look for this on other parts of the internet, find it eventually, and that would be your name. So, yeah. Obviously no last names, because I'm not a psychopath. I don't call people by their first and last name consistently. That'd be insane behavior, unhinged behavior. Anyway, yeah, we're going Sage 5, Priest 3, Warrior 2. Okay, this is a good spread. Species human. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll go back to the character sheet now. Let me pull that up. Or rather, pull that down. Okay. Name. Swampert. Player. What do we say? Pokemon, I don't know. Let's just leave that blank. Level 10. Class. Sage. Archetype. Priest. Flavor. Warrior. Species human. Yeah, no, Bane Boon doesn't apply. Slots, we'll get to that in a second. Vitality. Don't have a miscellaneous bonus to Vitality, so that's fine, though. We have 10 bonus slots. We'll see when we get there. It's the start. Okay. And what's important by having 2 power, it was really important that we boosted power by 2, because then we can invest into the armor base skill with 2 slots, and we can actually wear heavy armor, which is going to be very critical to functioning. Let me see what I wrote for armor in the guidebook. Because I don't remember what the rules are for casting spells and armor. Is it here? Nope. This combat. Oh, no. Too far. Reaction. Action skill. Spells. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's right. Doesn't say anything here. Doesn't say anything there. Let's go to, how can you... True! How could I not have every single rule in my game memorized? It's only nearly 200,000 words of material. I mean, can you not memorize 200... Who can't memorize 200,000 words of material offhand? What a fraud. I'm a fraud. Laceman. Let's look at the armor sub-skills. Maybe that will tell us. Armor. I don't think there's any limits. I think you can cast spells in whatever armor you want, intentionally or not. Let me check. Maybe Arcane and Sage tell us. Those are over in Arcane. Does not say. It does not say what's required for you to cast spells. We're going heavy armor, boys. We're heavy armoring. Which is very good. I think at one point I wrote it down and it just became annoying so I took it out. That sounds like maybe something that happened. I don't know. Oops. Whatever. I guess wizards can be wearing heavy armor and casting spells now. Yeah, that might be true. Let me look at my character sheet that I have up. It limits agility. Armor can limit agility, awareness, coordination, and power. It can't, or power is a limit. So, if one of you finds the exact rule for this, let me know. I can be wrong, and I'll change Swampert. Or I'll just say, I don't care. Swampert's wearing heavy armor and casting pre-spells. Whatever. I might take either of those options. So, anyway, go back here and let me pull up the character sheet again. Actually, let me pull up Notepad because we're going to be notepadding for a while. Let me zoom out a little bit. So it doesn't need to be this large. And being a human also gets around its level 0 casting problem, or a spell slot problem with only having 0 intellect. That's good. By typing PDF to my Windows search bar. Yeah, I don't think that's specific enough for your computer. Windows search bar. That's funny. Anyway. Level 0. So we have 7 level 0 slots because we're a human. That helps out a ton. I want to pick either 1 or 2 spheres of arcane casting that we want to go into. And I think most of these slots are going to go to combat. So I know for a fact I'll put Sage here. I'm not necessarily going to put any slots in it, but Sage. That's funny. That's how that works. Okay. So it's either going to be light, elemental, dark, and psychic. I'm thinking we're going to be investing into light and elemental. That's what it strikes to me of what's going to go on. I don't see Swampert using dark magic. I don't see it. And I don't see him using psychic magic. True. If only there was a way for people to purchase the Core Guidebook. It's $25 on DriveThruRPG as a PDF, or you can order it and get a PDF and a physical copy for however much it costs to do that for you, because the shipping changes. Anyway, I'm thinking light and elemental are going to be what we do. So that's 1 slot, 1 slot. Now we're at 5. That's right. It's on sale. It's on sale. Black Friday on sale. Christmas on sale. Maybe at some point I'll raise the price to make it so you have to pay me like $5 for the PDF or something. Who knows? Who knows? Let's say yes, I'm going to do that because now it's officially on sale. It's something you can actually do on DriveThruRPG. You can set a sale for something and like not actually change the price. It's pretty funny. It's just like an exploit of how it works. I haven't done it yet because I haven't messed around with DriveThruRPG that much in that way. But it's something you could do if you wanted to. Armor. Oh, that's just an InDesign glitch. That's not real. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's 1 there. It's going to use a weapon. It's going to use a weapon. I don't want to limit him to a specific size of weapon. I want to limit him to... Okay, so I guess the question is, do we want him to have better critical hits, or do we want him to have fighting styles? I have of the impression that overall, fighting styles are better than critical hits. Critical hits are what you do after you invested into fighting styles, generally speaking. But they work in conjunction with each other, so sometimes you'll want fighting styles and critical. You'll eventually always want both. You know what I mean? I'm not explaining this super well, but blunt. I feel like it's pretty obvious. Blunt. Fighting styles for our versatile boy. That's true. He's so versatile. We could even give him a different kind of... well, blunt would be critical hits. The thing about limiting him to getting fighting styles is that he will actually have less access to weapons that are blunt. I think blunt actually is the way to go, because what if he wants to use a maul or a mace, or I guess a hammer, right? I feel Swampert could use both a maul for if he wants to go for high damage, and a mace if he wants to go for utility, and he'll benefit from both of those doing so. So, generally, I go for weapon sizes over weapon damage types. But I think in this case, because of the way... Swampert does have maces for hands. That's true, but that's also Regirock. Regirock also has weapons for hands, or maces for hands. Yeah, they are quite big. Let me go back to the... let me look at that guy. And he's got like these... Let me show what I'm seeing. He's got like these thingies. Oh shit. Okay. He's got like these thingies. Those are for smacking, right? And like, am I wrong? Look at these hands. They're not cutting like this. They're smacking with a little protector shell. I'm not entirely certain what that's supposed to be. I guess a fin? Is that a fin? Is that gills? I don't know. But it's for smacking now. Close Smogon again. Yeah, we're gonna go blunt. We're gonna go blunt. Anything else? We can do... Probably once a projectile, simply because he can take advantage of projectiles reasonably well, and because he does... What's interesting about Earthquake and Rock Slide is they're both physical attacks that don't make contact. There's not a huge number of them in the game. It's just that Quake Slide just happens to be the big one. But he also does make contact with his hands quite a lot. But, like, also he uses Surf, Ice Beam, so, like, it's kind of all up in the air. You know, there's a lot of things going on. Yeah. Yeah, we could give him just, like... I don't know what he really wants to do. Projectile, just like the base skill. Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck it. Does he want shield? What is the shield? Well, if we do shield, we're committing him to being defensive in that way, which I think is fine. Actually, we're gonna do shield. He only has 2 coordination anyway, and so power and agility. Yeah, yeah. Well, helmets interact with awareness, which is not too big of a deal, because we can do armor heavy to get around that somewhat, eventually. Which actually, you know what? Because of the armor penalties of wearing, we're going to take out projectile. He's just going to be all melee. We might put it back in later. We'll think about it. Yeah, because I want him to wear a helmet for sure. Also because that's what this guy is. He's wearing a helmet. Let me show that again. No. No, that's not what I want. There we go. No, that's also not what I want. Thank you. No, it only took 7 attempts. They do look like shields. That's true. Yeah, they're defensive and offensive. They're slapper and anti-slapping. So we'll give him shields. If we give him shields, then we can, instead of doing blunt, we can do medium for melee weapons, which might be better. Smogon. Yeah, let's try that. Medium. Armor. Shields. And let's see what the shield skill does exactly. I think it just lets you use more of your coordination. Power requirements. So we'll have to invest into strength. We can even... Power 6, large 3. We cannot get a huge shield. That's not going to happen. But we can definitely invest into strength with the ability skill. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is like bracers. Yeah, which is going with the heavy armor aesthetic of what we're doing. Yeah, that works out. See, it's all coming together. It's perfectly designed system. This is obviously genius content for streams. It always works out perfectly in the end. Yeah, we'll give him a large shield because he can definitely start using that. So it only needs 1 point in the shield skill in order to get that coordination back. So that's good. And if we have sub skills for that, we'll deal with that later. Now we know we need to spend at least, that's 2. Let me double check my math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 left. So I'm gonna go power. That's right. I think I need to make a reminder for myself to fix that properties. Okay, zoom back in. Okay. I really need to make a reminder to myself to fix this. I'll do that after the stream. What's going on is I need to set the tab function to be a little bit less tabby. Column rows baseline general. Well, that's not going to happen right now. I could solve it, but that's going to take a little bit of figuring out, and I don't want to figure it out. We're just going to do that. We're going to leave these blank because we might be investing retroactively into these there in a second. So I'm not going to fill out the proficiency. But I don't see us investing any more into strength. We just need that 1 point of strength to use the shields with our power excess. Bane boon. We don't have a boon, bane or boon to it, so that's fine. And then, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, we have one more skill. One more level 0 skill. What do we have? Oh, the wrong one. What are our ability scores again? What do we want to invest into? Let's invest into presence, the ability skill. Might as well get that going. Start maybe here. No. Put 0 there for now. Actually, I mean, put 0 in all these places. 0. Okay. And the Sage gets a decent amount of action skills, so I'm not too worried about it. That I really wanted to make sure we had everything we needed for combat skills before we did anything else. So that's why this is like that. Okay. And we did not invest into health or fatigue. Oops. That's fine. We'll have time to invest into those later. Okay. Okay, we'll look at the table and we'll do everything that's on the table. And I need to change the music. Okay, those are spent. Freebird. Yeah, I'll play Freebird. That'll be great. I'll get copyrighted so quickly. Which, granted, what do I have to fear? What are they gonna demonetize? They're gonna take my monetization on this stream? Yeah, okay, buddy. Sure. Yeah. They could shut down my stream, though, I guess, and I don't really want that. That'd be annoying. Okay, slots level. We get them at level 2. We get 2 combat slots, and we get 2 action slots. Excuse me, we get 4 of each, so that works out. 4/4. So we'll do the combat slots again. Actually... yeah, well, no, that's fine. Got everything we need now to set that up. We're going to invest into... 2 of them are going to go into this. Obviously. That's a requirement. One of them is going to go here. Do we need anything else for armor? We need another point in it to wear heavy armor. So we need that. That's a requirement. The rest can go into either fatigue or sanity. I'm going to be honest. I actually don't know how I would convert musicians into Greyplains. I don't think I have the correct neurodivergence to do that. If somebody else does, please make your own stream of converting random nonsense to Greyplains characters. We'll just flood the internet with this quality content model. Okay, excellent. So we got the armor base skill. Now we can wear up to heavy armor with our 2 power because it requires 4 power. So we're good on that. I just need either more health or more fatigue. Or excuse me, more health, fatigue, or sanity. Gets 3 from that. I wanted to be bulkier, and we're going to be downcasting spells. So we're not going to be using a lot of our sanity, and I'm going to be using vitality primarily. So I don't actually think we're going to do sanity, weirdly enough, despite that being our weakest element. I think it's either health or fatigue, so I'll make a poll for that. That's right. There are 3 options for my 3 viewers, so that way I can make it as annoying as possible in case we have a 3-way tie. Be great. 1 vote. Okay, let's see. Guy. 3 people still. Okay. Oh, this is Swampert that we're doing, Josiah. So Swampert has a decent argument to be made for both his health and fatigue to be improved. Fatigue is important for using more devotions, which is kind of the gimmick that we're going for here. But health is more important for his power, for his survivability, which is also an important characteristic of Swampert is his bulk. So that's why it's kind of an either or. And we've got health. Health is winning. Health be winning. Sorry, Morel. End poll. That's all 3 votes. Let me put that here. It's okay. Next level, we'll start investing into fatigue and sanity. Probably. Well, not next level. Kind of. We'll get there. Yeah, dork. More like... I can't think of a pun for this. More like Dorkamon. Anyway. Okay, now we have 4 action skills. What within presence are we thinking? Because we got skills, we have I'm thinking we should actually aim towards our major ones. This is wow, what a genius idea. We're gonna aim towards our best abilities. So we're gonna invest into power, presence, and luck ability skills. I might just invest into those directly. So power, we're gonna put a 2 in. Presence, we're gonna put a 2 in, and luck, we're gonna put a 2 in. And the reason for that is we're gonna improve our vitality doing this by improving our power. Presence. This is luck. What am I thinking? Luck is luck. Okay. And then we have one more, and I think we're going to do... No, that's probably a fake error. Yeah, that's a fake error. We're going to do... Awareness. Insight. Leave that blank. And we're going to put a 2 there. For boon, we're not actually, funnily enough, we're not using our boon for anything else except attacking, which is kind of what it's there for. Swampert is not making use of coordination otherwise. And I guess we always still have time to change the boon to something else. Like, honestly, now that we're doing it, coordination is fine, but actually power might be better. Because power is going to give you more health and fatigue, and at the cost of slight penalty to attack. And like that's more fatigue is more devotions. It's more devotions, slightly, but slightly is more, you know. And eventually the priest will get features to lower the cost of those devotions. He might already have them actually at level 3. I think he gets them at 2 and 4, so maybe, yeah. We'll come back to that, but having a boon to power might actually be pretty helpful, so it's something to consider. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. We're in there, boys. Okay, and then we're gonna get more slots at level 3. It should be actually level 4. It should be the exact same amounts. Let me look at the book. No, we get 3 combat, and wait a minute. Oh, we got action skills at level 3 to do. Okay. Hell yeah, Poggies. Okay. Cool. Poggies. Pop-offs for 5 action skills. Let's go. 3. So with this, we can now invest into sub-skills. I'm going to move presence up. I'm going to delete this Rhine. Copy it. God. For a second, my brain literally deleted what a porg was. I'm like, what are you saying, Wordala? I, like, genuinely forgot. I was just gonna be like, aha, yeah, porgs, am I right? But, like, no, fuck. Flashbacks. The blue milk. That's a song. That's a song named Flashbacks to Blue Milk. Okay. So presence. Get some actual, because we have... Yeah. Yeah, that's best there. Insight, that's best there. We could also invest into another awareness skill. Like nature, or, what are the awareness skills? This guy's actually going to be shockingly dumb at his religion. He's, like, going to be faithful and, also stupid. Doesn't know it's actually what's in his religion. It's kind of the worst priest. Oh, religion isn't a skill because I'm not an idiot. That's right. Like, knowledge religion, you know, it's a sub-skill of knowledge, but, like, you know, religion is just something you kind of do, dog, I guess. Reverend. Yeah. Track. He could have perception. That could be perception. I want to give him more presence skills, so we're going to do, like, leadership and persuasion, I think. He is a leader. The leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. Knowing large amounts of the DK rap is just a fundamental requirement of playing Donkey Kong in Melee. Leadership. Luck. We're just gonna put another thing into luck. Easy. Would sleight of hand be equivalent to a substitution? No. A shield is much closer to a substitution in practice. Like, I could see what you mean. Like, conceptually, it is like a, haha, you got me. But, like, in practice, it's just like, I put this in front of me, and the damage goes to this, as opposed to me. You know what I mean? So... interesting, but I don't think I agree with that in terms of the implications of, like, how that works in practice. Yeah. That's interesting, though. Okay. It's a ninja thing. Substitution, yeah, the whole concept of substitution is, it is a ninja thing. You are absolutely right. Like, that is what the Pokemon anime is referring to. But, why'd they give everyone Substitute then? You know? If the only Pokemon that got Substitute were, like, fast, sneaky Pokemon, then yes, I'd be like, that is what Substitute does. But because they give it to Pokemon, the people who make the best use of it are bulky defenders. I'm gonna say no, just because it just structurally kind of undermines the theming of the move, just in terms of like how it actually operates. So that's my, by going on Smogon logic as opposed to anime logic of the Pokemon franchise, we're gonna say that the shield investment is what that means. Get well, actually push up my glasses. Okay. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. Now level 4, we get. I think it's 4, 4. Oh no, it's looping. Okay, it's looping the third. Too far. Too far. Boost range. Sage. Table. Here it is. Yeah, 4 action, 3 combat. I'll do combat first. 3, 4. Okay. So for combat skills, we're going to continue to improve medium, because we can. Armor, we don't need any more of. Shield, we don't need any more of. We need to improve light and elemental to their maximum. That's just a requirement. There's just no way around that. That's a requirement. And so we're not going to improve our health, fatigue, or sanity this level. But these are now at their maximum. So, if playing Swampert, if you choose to play Swampert and you level up Swampert, Swampert has plenty of room to grow pretty quickly. If Swampert was like level 12, I think he'd be like 25% a better character. Maybe level 13, he'd be substantially better, because he has almost everything he really needs to like be the Swampert that we know and love. So he's a little bit crippled compared to how good he is in OU. But that's fine. That's not... The whole point isn't to make a character that's as good as they are in Pokemon. As they are in this. So... missing on a little bit of that bulk. But that's fine. You'll get some of that back from the warrior flavor. Which we also need to do. That'll be next. So we got that. 4 here. We can put that 4th one into power, max that out. We cannot improve insight anymore, so I'm going to do what the actual goal is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will sub AWR previous. We actually know what the previous is now. It's 2 slots 1, because that'll be the end of that. End of the line. That's +3. Bane Boon, that's nothing. Miscellaneous, nothing. Proficiency, his awareness is 1. Yeah. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 3. That's pretty bad. 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. 4 plus 3. Okay, and I have my character sheet here. He says not having his character sheet here. Well, shit, where'd I put it? Huh. Oops. Well, whatever. I'm actually pretty sure it's 1d8 plus 1, but yeah, I'm confident it's actually 1d8 plus 1 plus 3. 1d8 plus 4. Got him. Okay. So we have this all done. What's going to happen? 1, is 3. Flat, plus 1. Paint boon, none. Thing. 1 and slots 0. Flat. So leave that blank. Oh shit! My bad, everyone. I've been just filling this in on my own. Thanks, stream assistant. One of these days I'll get this right. I'm just so focused on concentrating, I guess. I am looking for the proficiency table, which is available in many places, but like including the character sheet. But like I have to scroll up, and I don't want to do that. That takes work. So this is gonna be 5 plus 1. What the hell? Okay, that was just an InDesign thing. That should be 1d8 plus 3. And this is 4 plus 0, which is 1d8 plus 1. And this is also 4 plus 0. Awareness, presence, luck. Okay. I can put this into here. 4. Knock that out. So I put 1 into power. 1 into will. I actually could put these into here and here. So it's 1, 2... No, I only have 4. So yeah, I want to put this into here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That means this is done. I don't know, I dashed that. That's 3. 3. Flat. Bane Boon, no Bane Boon, miscellaneous. It's fine. So this is 2 presents plus 3, so that's 5. Plus 0. I'm gonna raise this line up a little bit because I put that back in. There we go. Which should be 1d8 plus 2. Leadership. 6 plus 1. Which should be 1d10. Plus 3. Yep. Man, I'm so good at this. So good. It's like I wrote this game or something. And this is the same. We love the proficiency table. We do. It's the theoretical element of Greyplains that brings it all together. I've also learned, unfortunately, that there is, in theory, another game out there lurking that uses a very similar system. Oops. Genuinely not stolen content, just convergent. 3. Flat. Nope. I imagine if we looked at the materials of the game, they'd be very different. So I'm not concerned about it. Okay. That's it for that. And then is there another ability skill improvements? I haven't done... Did I do my combat skills yet? For level... That's supposed to say 4. Yeah, I did them already. You know, there's... What level am I on? Oh, I'm on level 4 of class. I did my combat first. I just wrote that as 3 on accident. Because I'm dumb. But there won't be any more slots provided to us. The only thing we get out of level 5 is an extra fatigue and sanity. Yeah. So I can just go through and do all this. Getting these to where they are is going to free Swampert up later on to invest more into his bulk. Because he really, as a caster, you really do need these slots to be as high as possible. And ironically for Swampert, he's not going to be casting very many high-level spells, but he's going to be casting them as lower-level spells to add to the support. Oh, I did want to respond to the crab comment. I am of the theory that all tabletop role-playing games are slowly converging into one game. With the ubiquity of 5th edition and the ubiquity of Dungeons & Dragons in general, as it becomes more and more of a cultural juggernaut, more games are created that kind of slide into Dungeons & Dragons, which I'm also a victim of. Like, Greyplains is directly inspired by Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel, you know what I mean? And so I think as starting out, tabletop games were all very different from each other in a lot of ways. Granted, a lot of them were just kind of percentile based early on, so maybe games haven't changed anymore in the sense that, like, they're not any more different than they used to be. They're just different in how they're the same. Maybe they're all becoming one game that it'll just be the same game over and over again. And it does feel like that with the 5th edition clones that come out. It's like, oh, this game is 5th edition, but it's this. It's like, that game is essentially 5th edition, but it's this. My favorite, it's a 5th edition, but it's this game, is the Transformers RPG, which is fucking hilarious. I played that at Midwinter last year, and he did the last part of Curse of Strahd secretly. So we didn't specifically know that it was supposed to be Curse of Strahd, but he did them as Transformers. And I've got to say, massive improvement to the quality of a Dungeons & Dragons module to just make it about Transformers. Because, like, the sliding staircase that goes down that you can't get up, we just got up there by drifting in our cars. It was hilarious. Yeah, so, I recommend that one, because anytime you get to do goofy shit is a good time for me. And that's my biggest concern about, looping us back to the original point of this tangent, my biggest concern about tabletop gaming is that it's all becoming spiritually homogenized, that everybody's going to be, even if the rules are different, everybody's going to be playing them the same way. And while I want to argue that people should play the game closer to how I want to play it, I don't actually agree that everybody should play the game the way I play. I think there should be a lot more variety and discourse in how games are played. And I still definitely think that's true. But, you know, with video games being as they are, I think there's a potential that they're kind of converging into each other. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of just like a random tangent, like, on my mind stuff. No, actually, we're not done, because we also have the Warrior level 1. In which we have 4. Okay, this time, we're going blunt. We cannot invest our warrior slots into these. We wouldn't want to anyway, but we can't, so it doesn't matter. Blunt, for sure, we're getting 1. Shield, do we need any more in the base shield style? I don't think so. We could potentially invest into, the defensive shield style, defensive shield sub-skill. But I don't think we're going to do that. What's our awareness? 1? Insight and will. We didn't plan ahead. We don't have enough slots ahead of time to get our defense up to wear heavy helmets. But we could cheese it to wear a medium helmet, which, if we look at the original image that we're working off of, let me change the music over. And change the title. Okay, going off the original image that we have for reference. That's a medium helmet. That's a medium helmet. Who knows what armor he's wearing under that? That's a medium helmet. So I think we're good. So the medium helmet requirement sets it down to, I believe, 0. Or it sets the threshold. So we just need 1 point in order to use the fullness of our awareness. Which is pretty good. Let me close Smogon again. So we're going to do this. Q, nice. Medium armor. So we got 1 in melee, 1 in medium armor. Put these as W so I know what they are. W. Shield. Health shield. We could put defensive shield. I kind of would rather just put these into health and fatigue. Okay. Fatigue, yes, finally we're improving our fatigue. It's been a long time coming. And with that, we are done with that stuff. Let me check what the warrior gets again. So we'll go to the guide. Let me pull up the guidebook. Pull up the guidebook on the screen. We're level 2, so we get... Select anyone from the following. Do we want bonus health? Do we want bonus fatigue? Do we want bonus vitality? Or do we want training? Let's learn... Have we learned? We haven't learned any maneuvers yet. Fatigue. Fatigue. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do fatigue. For the people. We want to close the guidebook. The character sheet back. Okay. Tired. Okay. It improves our vitality by our power, and that would objectively help us both be bulkier and better at casting spells and use more maneuvers. Like, it's just kind of... It just makes us less good. Yeah, it should improve by power. Yeah, because that's based off the warrior. Or based off the soldier. So, it's by power. Fatigue. Where was I? I'm on the character sheet. And this... I guess, well, I'll make another poll. It would increase vitality by 2. Yeah, fatigue would increase fatigue by 1. The reason that improving your fatigue is theoretically better than improving your vitality is because you're better at making fatigue saves. The reason to improve vitality is because you just get more points to actually use them on more pools. So it's just kind of like it's a pros and cons thing. The other reason to improve fatigue is because our agility is really bad. And the alternative way to make an agility save is as the tumbling action save. Skill save. Which is based on your agility. And our agility is shit. So the only way we're ever making a fatigue save is with our fatigue. We have no alternative. Which is not true of power. And it's not true of sanity. We have a backup sanity save, and we have a backup power save, intentionally. So, no votes. You cannot spend fatigue for casting spells, but you spend fatigue for a lot of devotions. You can spend vitality for casting spells and using devotions. It's a neutral pool that can be used. Only sanity can be used. Sanity and vitality can be used for casting spells. Which, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about that, yeah. Vitality, we got 1 vote. It says I have 3 viewers. Let's see if we can get 3 votes. Okay. That would fill that out. Our vitality is actually going to be pretty okay. Yeah, both of them have merits to each other. There is reasons to go either vitality or fatigue. That's why, that's the purpose of the poll, is that you can go either way. There's an argument to be made either way. I'm going to get myself a cherry soda. I'll be right back. I still be able to hear things. It doesn't really affect anything. But oh, shit. I knocked over Bubba. Vitality wins. Hey! 4 viewers. What's up, Black Zero? You want to be a mod? He's my producer, everyone. He's one of my 2 producers. Say hello to Black Zero. Okay, I think I ended. Did I end the poll? End poll. Oh, what? Did I end the poll right as it went 50-50? That's nuts. Okay, well, somebody came in at the last second. That is amazing. That is amazing. It's like it was meant to be. High or low? High fatigue, or no, low fatigue, high vitality. I'm rolling a die. I got 2. Morel, you want to confirm that this is a 2 and I'm not just cheating? No, she doesn't want to be a part of this. The current fatigue is 5 plus 2. Because we have 1 slot in it already, so it would be 6 plus 2 at that point. It is a 2, yeah, okay. That is not an answer to the question of the fatigue. Although you asked that question yourself. Anyway, my bad. I misread what was going on. Okay. Yeah, we're doing fatigue. So that's 2 slots. Fatigue. Fatigue game, rise up. It's always meant to happen. You were playing both sides of this, Morel. Don't act like... You're selling weapons to both sides of the conflict. Okay. Okay. And let's see. And that's it for Warrior level 2, I think. Because you just choose one feature. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is now 6 plus 2. And I guess it's time to reconsider our boon. Our boon, rather. I'm going to make another poll. I have a feeling Samuel voted fatigue just to mess with it. That's my doxed, I guess. Context, please. Okay, yeah. So it's at this point that we should introduce whether or not coordination is good for making attacks, right? Power is good for your survivability in this case. You said vitality? Okay, I don't know who came in at the last second and picked fatigue. No idea. That was some psyop shit. Anyway, so putting the boon would increase our health and fatigue by 1. Putting a boon in power, it would also improve our athletics stuff by a flat +1. That's smart. Blame Josiah. Josiah's easy to blame things on. Anyway, so that's the basics of it. So it's power for bulk. Coordination is important for making attacks. So that's the little bit of the context there. Power gives us bulk, coordination gives us attack. Strictly speaking, Swampert has more attack than he does HP. Let that be a thing to consider. Our current attack, we have 4 slots and we have a base of 2, so it's 6 plus 1 plus our power. That's the other thing. Oh, no, that doesn't factor. Plus 1 plus 2. So it's 6 plus 3 is our current attack. So yeah, that's why that. The boon doesn't increase the ability score. It just increases the things that are derived from the ability score. The other thing that coordination would do is... Does it? Let me check. It does not. Never mind. Ignore that. No, ignore that thought. I'm going to wait for one more vote. So at least we have 3. If our coordination goes down, it would just be 1 worse. So it would be 6 plus 2 instead of 6 plus 3. So, Samuel, the music that you're listening to was composed by Erdendolf. Okay, we got everyone in. Got everyone in. End pull. We're going bulk. Team coordination in shambles. I think we have 2 health, excuse me. 2 health. Morel was team coordination, I think. Oh no. 6 plus 3. And that's 6 plus 3. Slots. We don't have any slots in Sanity, so it's just going to be what it is, buddy. 4 plus 2. We don't have any bonuses to the Vitality because we went Fatigue. But we do have bonuses here, so Power, 3 in Power, and 3 in Luck. That's 6 bonus Vitality. Yes, Samuel, I'll wait. I'll wait. No, power does not equal to attack. Power does help with melee attacks, but not directly in this case. Having a boon to it doesn't do that. Okay. Do we want to redo the poll now that you know what? We want to be clear. Let's redo the poll. We are using a melee medium blunt weapon. Probably a mace, because we want to be able to use a shield. I should have written an elderly moment, perhaps. God damn it. A senior moment, perhaps. That's from Resident Evil 4. It's a great moment. In that, man, Resident Evil 4 is such a good game. Perhaps I'll introduce you to it. It? You forgot its name? A senior moment, perhaps. It's like, oh, you'll have lots of fun with it. Okay, 4 votes. How many viewers do we have now? Probably 4. Ugh. Well, no, we had... Okay, yeah, we have 4 viewers. Okay, so I'll end the poll, and then we'll do another dice roll. Okay. Lowest power, highest coordination. High roll is the same as flipping a coin. I just don't have a coin on me, but I have dice. It's low! Low again. You wouldn't believe it, Morel. It's a 2. I got another 2. You want to see it? You want to confirm? You want to confirm the 2-age? Okay. Hey, we got a 5th viewer for, like, a second. They saw that and they said, I'm out of here. Oh, no, we had 4. I don't know. I think YouTube's actually just freaking out. Anyway. Shit, where am I? Where am I? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, we're doing power. Sorry, team coordination. Nothing has changed. The status quo of the new status quo remains. Oh, we can actually do the cool roll now. Okay. Son of a bitch, Adobe. Just stop looking like shit. Thank you. Class, by the way, we're here. Okay. Ability to base. We don't have anything in base melee. 1. Oh, by the way, that's 1. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, we invested into a... Have we not used all of our proficiencies from Warrior? Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up majorly? Because this 2, we had 1. That came from the Warrior. Then we got a bonus 1. We just started Warrior. I've got 2 W's for Warrior and Warrior medium armor so that we can access our awareness for the medium helmet. And I think we put the other one in fatigue, did we not? No, we got that bonus slot in fatigue from Warrior 2. We're doing Warrior 1 now. And then we got the... Yeah, that bonus slot was the fatigue from the class feature, but not from the slot investment. No, it was. Because we did health and fatigue. Yeah, no, we're good. This is all right. We're good. we did the class feature for Warrior 2, which was the Fatigue. And then we also did Warrior level 1. That's why we have 2 Fatigue. We doubled the Fatigue in 2 levels. And then the other one we put into Health. I think. Let me check the book again. Make sure I'm not just absolutely losing my mind. Let me open it up. Benefit from the following: gain a bonus slot to health, gain a bonus. That's that. Yeah, we got 4 bonus slots, and I'm pretty sure we invested them. I can do a recount of everything, but I'm pretty sure. Improve vitality by power. The warrior's power changes the vitality. Just getting a bonus slot to fatigue, getting a bonus slot to health. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I did that right. I'll do a recount after this is over of the slots to make sure that everything is correct. But I'm pretty sure we got everything right. Pretty sure we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay. Yeah, it tends to get a little bit screwy, and I kind of goofed by forgetting that we had to do warriors, so I added them all up prematurely. Anyway. Base 0. Sub 1, 3, sub 2, 1. No sub 3. Ability. Power. Just 2. Quality. Nothing for now. Style, we'll wait and see. I kind of doubt anything's going to improve that. So the overall proficiency is 6 plus 2. This is the mace. And 6 plus 2 proficiency should be 1d10 plus 4. Yep. Damage. 2. Slash 3, because it's versatile. Range, medium. Threshold, 4. Type, B. Okay. I'm not going to give him any other weapons. He's just gonna be Mason. He is going to have a relevant critical table, though, so I'll get that out here. Threshold, 4. Don't know about threat adjustment yet. We'll deal that in a second, but I know we have this, so this is plus 1. How are you doing, Samuel? Is this entertaining to you? I know you have made and played Greyplains before, but it's been a while, so it's the most obtuse what we're doing to you. Is this vaguely entertaining? I'd like to know, as a person who's not as knowledgeable about Greyplains. Oh, Mace is large. Thank you for reminding me, Morel, that the mace is actually a large weapon, not a medium. A club is a medium blunt weapon. This is a large. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that it's I'm glad it's entertaining, cuz yeah, cuz I imagine if it's a little bit obtuse. Greyplains is kind of a complicated system. I'll send you a PDF. Hold up. Actually, 1 second. Let me do that right now. You've earned the PDF. Oh, it's special. It is a medium. It's hand half. Okay. Okay, I was right. I was right. I was wrong, but I was right. Okay. Are you ready for a chonky file, Samuel? Greyplains Core open. It just saved you $20 right there. $25, actually. I just gave you $25. Really, is what that means, obviously. That's how that works. That was $25 worth of internet fees. Because I did this with Bitcoin. I gave you this PDF on Ethereum. Don't give people the Greyplains Core Guidebook on Ethereum. That's not funny. I mean, it's actually pretty funny, but don't do it. Okay. Open up the Core Guidebook again. Solana? Solana? What's Solana? I could also, instead of giving him mace, I could give him a hammer. Like a war hammer. Oh. No, I don't know enough about crypto to actually have an opinion about it. About different cryptocurrencies. They're kind of all a little bit like, You see, the problem with cryptocurrency is like, here's my money. My money's value is going to go up. So what does that incentivize you to do with the money? Yeah, let's do Warhammer. Warhammer's just better. Yeah, it's all pump and dumps. Okay. The definition of impact is... Oh, you have the Core Guidebook out, Morel. Look at this, everyone. Look at... Are you... You want to be on camera? No? Well, she's covering her face with it. Now you can't see her because of the Core Guidebook. You too can cover your face from deranged streamers. With the Core Guidebook. Warhammer, melee. Oh, no, it doesn't need to be that. It just needs to be large. Yeah, the Warhammer is kind of objectively a better weapon than the mace. But the mace is important because you might be, like, small. And, like, the mace is not bad. The mace is pretty good, but... This isn't no Dark Souls mace, you know? Okay, what does impact say, Morel? I could find it as well, but I'm not gonna. 'Cause I think this is funnier. I think it ignores that much armor. Yeah. It says that on 127. With the other properties. Which is the page after the table. Right. And it has impact 1? Yeah, probably. Because it's just a... Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We like impact. Which plays into Swampert's role of hitting things super effectively with Earthquake. It's not that it does a lot of damage, it's that it's got Quake Slide, so it's kind of unresisted damage. Yeah, it requires more slots to carry. That's true. But Swampert, if Swampert gets slowed down from the equipment he has, that's fine. Swampert's not going fast. Yeah, but that is a reason to use the mace over the Warhammer, is that the mace can still do 3 damage if you choose the two-handed, which is really great if you have a buckler, because the buckler lets you use that as a two-handed weapon to do as much damage as a one-handed Warhammer. And it takes up less equipment slots, so you can carry other things, potentially. So, like, if you have the Warhammer, you have to invest pretty seriously in order to carry anything else. But, thankfully, for us, we're not carrying anything else. Dude, I've opened up this 30-minute folder so many times. I should be smarter about this. Okay, Mushroom Village. Incoming. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? I need to look at the critical hit of Blunt 1, which I'm pretty sure just destroys armor. Which, the synergy, by the way, of impact and blunt critical hits, wow, amazing. Who could have designed such an amazing game? No one will ever know. Oh, it also does fatigue damage! That's sick. I'm actually going to have to make this font of these numbers smaller. Okay, I'm gonna make these bigger again. Oh, too much big. Okay. Eight-point font. That is the maximum. Okay. It's crush 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's easy. Okay. Question, what does crush do? Right here it says. You can read it if you want. How large by triage. Oh, shit. My, HDMI cord is goofing. By the cord is goofing, I mean I goofed it. Okay, it's back. Okay. Okay. So the idea of crush is that it directly damages their armor by an amount equal to the crush value. So crush 0 kind of sucks. If you get a critical hit with a 0 and you're hitting their armor, you should just take the free damage. You know, it's not amazing. But if you get anything past that, you're starting to really fuck them over, especially with an impact weapon. So because you're ignoring one of their defense, you're inherently more likely to get a critical hit, which is going to impact their armor and crush it, making it more likely that you're going to continue to crit them. Yeah, well, no, it doesn't stack with impact. It does and it doesn't. Impact ignores armor. So, for example, if I hit you with an impact weapon, normally your defense is 6 plus 2 or whatever, right? But I ignore 1 proficiency of your armor. So now it's 5 plus 2. I get a critical hit, and I crush your armor, right? I've crushed your armor by, let's say, 1 point. Now your defense, in general, is like 5 plus 2, right? However, I am hitting you at 4 plus 2, because that is your new defense value. for your armor that I ignore one of, right? Does that make sense? So it's not like they stack directly, but they do indirectly stack, where the two makes them easier. So after the first hit, you get a critical hit on them, you crush their armor a little bit, you're more likely to, next hit, super crush their armor, and then you're likely to kill them by just doing a shitload of damage. Especially when you start getting more of the actual critical thresholds of this, you start doing you can get some crazy shit because you're crushing their armor really severely, and you're damaging their fatigue. So you're making them unable to fight back consistently because you're ruining their ability to use maneuvers, and you can make them just pass out from blunt force trauma if you lower their fatigue enough. Yeah, no, the bludgeoning weapons are kind of sick. I forgot how good they are, especially in conjunction with impact, which is generally a category for blunt weapons, and guns, and arrows. They all have impact. But the stacks, it's intentionally designed to pair with warhammers and stuff. Yeah. Honestly, looking at this now, we might switch around the proficiency investment of large and blunt. If the fighting styles for it aren't great, for large, that in conjunction with what we're doing, we might just switch entirely to crushing their armor, because this is actually kind of incredible. I forgot how good this was. Who needs skills when you just win? You know? Who needs finesse? We're gonna look at these critical fighting styles now. Weapon and shield, that's pretty good. This increases our vitality up to our power. That's pretty snazzy. This style, that's the character wheel. We're not doing that. Duelist. Weapon in one hand, no shield. We're not doing that. Grip strength attacks made with these weapons, getting miscellaneous bonus to cleave. Well, that stacks up to the character's power. That's pretty good. They must use their weapon with two hands to benefit from this style, though, and that's pretty not great. Huh. Yeah, these styles aren't super synergistic. The grip strength requires using it with two hands, and we need that shield. And we've invested in that shield. We're gonna use that shield. By God. I guess we could not invest in the shield. We could rearrange our proficiencies a little bit. You can use a large weapon in one hand, but grip strength specifically says this. Well, I can't. You can see. Yeah, there we go. The character must use their weapon with two hands to benefit from this style. So he can pick it, but he has to, like, not use the shield to do it, which may be a possibility. We could drop the shield somewhat and reallocate those points into health and fatigue. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I guess we'll make a poll for this. I'm not write the word Lamau. Why is it not letting me start this poll? Oh, because I've had too many characters here. There we go. This is the ideal pole set up. Okay, we have either 3 or 4 viewers. So, one of y'all in here can make a tiebreaker move. That's true. He only has a defense of 90, and he has attack of 110. That's a decent point. That's a good point. Morel is keeping track of the Swampert stats. Imperial, can your ancestors say the same? Okay, you know, I'm team big weapon now, actually. In fact, we may even go huge at this point. Why even use the Warhammer? What's the impact of them all? Is it mall time? Is it time to... Let's go to the mall today? That's a How I Met Your Mother reference. Maul is a huge weapon, which means its critical threshold gets lowered by 1. That's pretty good. And I think I add stuff to other things. Yeah. 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 We're doing Maul. It's Maul time. Let me also look up the rules for two-handed. Dippin' Dots? What does that mean? Andrew, why must you only speak in riddles? Oh, at the mall. Right. Okay, I'm just dumb. Oh, this is two-weapon, not two-handed. Okay, that's it. He gets an advantage equal to the huge to resist maneuvers and critical effects. So that's pretty good. That's also bulk. That's kind of like refresh, actually. When you think about it, this feature is a lot like refresh. So what refresh does in the games is you click it, and it removes your status, whatever status you have. Obviously, it won't remove sleep, I don't think. Unless refresh sleep talk is an option. I've never considered that. That's funny. I'll have to test that out later. Refresh removes your status. Usually, you're removing poison. Almost always, you're removing poison, which is important because Swampert's bulky and poison ruins that. Being able to resist critical effects coming in at you is a lot like resisting statuses, I feel. So I think this is actually more in conjunction with what he does. And more critical range. That's good. Threshold. And then the huge fighting style that we're going for is grip strength. So many Pokemon. Oh my god, what is this? How did this happen? I know exactly how this happened. There's always something, dude. Every time I look at this book, I think I'm done, and it brings me right back into its nonsense. This is not an error worthy of a reprint, but this is an error worthy of me fixing it on the PDF. If you can't figure out what happened, these were added at some other point, clearly, because the line ends right here. And this is center aligned to this, but not center aligned to... Because this is not a part of the column, or the part of the row. That's what's going on, almost certainly. I would put my life on it. Either that, I guess it could be left aligned, but I really doubt it's left aligned. Wow, amazing, every time. No matter what. Too far left. Too far left. Too far left. Too far left. Fuck soldiers. Okay. Yeah. Up to their power, the gains advantage? Flat bonus of no. Miscellaneous bonus. So it's a +2, but that's good. Wait a minute. This doesn't apply to this. Can I believe it? Can I believe it? It actually doesn't apply to this. Because Cleave and Bladesman have, like, dice rolls to them. And Crush doesn't. So, but we can do one of the other ones. So, like, Lineman making most of the reach of the weapon character plus... Up to their coordination, so we can get 2 defense again. Plus, we can get a flat +2 to defense. That's not bad. We're not using ultra great weapons, so lineman is not bad. We could do lineman. Yeah, they are just examples, but they are formulas, right? Crush isn't a formula. It's not a proficiency. It just happens, right? Does that make sense? Because, like, you do Bladesman, and then you roll other dice to do the next part of it. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't actually apply to that. But still, Lineman will help get us around. We'll do 3-1. 3 in Blunt. 1 in Melee Huge. There are no miscellaneous bonuses without a formula. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's a great way of describing that. So with our 1 thing, we're going to do lineman. It's actually really more pound 1 defense. And now we have full access to blunt criticals with a improved threshold. Which is pretty great. Go back up. We don't have enough strength to use ultra great weapon. I'll tell you that. We can look at it, but it's a meme. It's for characters that have fully dedicated into having power as their main ability. Yeah, it requires a minimum of strength of 4 to do, which we do not have. That being said, the shield proficiency here we can remove, and we could put that somewhere else. Probably into medium armor, or we don't even really need that so much, because we got the thing we need out of that. Fatigue. Fatigue! Sure, whatever. Okay, yeah, we should actually put into sanity. Let's be responsible. Let's not get crazy here. That would be good for him. Actually have a little bit more sanity. That's more well-rounded. Look at that. That's a good boy. That's a good, well-rounded boy. Yeah, I agree with putting it as sanity. That's actually a non-meme pick. It's still 3-1. It's just reversed now. Oh, right. Cheat. Okay, so people in chat and people watching this video later on might be wondering, hey, Jacob, what the hell? Why are we doing damage and also crushing their armor? And that's because 6 armor is a lot of armor to get through, right? It's not likely, it's not common, let's say, that you're getting critical hits on somebody and also crushing their armor for 6, even with an impact weapon, right? It's kind of, it can happen. You can use your cool roll. Swampert using his cool roll to just decimate someone's armor is actually a really efficient use of a cool roll, by the way. But because getting through 6 armor is kind of unlikely, and that rollover damage, rollover crushing doesn't do anything, it's automatically you'll get health out of it, because it's kind of an having this much crush is kind of overkill. And so to compensate for the overkill, it kind of transfers that extra crush into normal damage, kind of. That's the idea of what's going on. It's a bit of a balancing thing, because some of these critical hits get wacky. Like the cleave critical hit is just like, you're dead, Lamau. You don't have an arm, Lamau. Get fucked. Try getting good. Try not having your arm cut off, idiot. The Blazeman one, just like, you just attack infinitely. And so it's to compensate for that. The blunt critical hits are really good against certain kinds of opponents. Really what you do is you use your cool... This is the strategy of Swampert on a team with Regirock, right? Swampert comes in, uses their cool roll, just blast through someone's armor, ignoring with the impact weapon, because the impact still applies to the cool roll, because it's their defense you consider, not your proficiency, right? Blast through their armor, you crush, like, all of it, and then Regirock comes in and just ultra crits them. It just does a shitload of damage. Or whoever else comes up the line that can do critical damage. That's the logic of what's happening here. So. Anyone at home wondering why this is like this? That's why. Okay, what else do we have to do? We've got to pick out some devote. We got to do all... We still have actually quite a lot to do. First of all, we can actually finish their vitality. It's 16. Very good. That's improved. That's improved. Get pretty much everything done on the front page. The rest of it's just back page stuff. Endurance is the power and athletics, so it's 1d8 plus 1. Oh, no, it's not that. It's whatever the number is. 4 plus 0. Please, Adobe. Thank you. Tumbling is really bad. It's 0 plus -1. And will is 4 plus 3. Proficiency. We have 5 levels in our class, so that's 10. Flat bonus, we have 3 levels in our archetype, so that's plus 4. And then we have 3 uses of it. So that's 10 plus 4 is our proficiency. Which is 2d8 plus 8. Big roll. Big roll, folks. Initiative, pretty bad. 2, -1. Oh, that's underscore, not parentheses. Slots, 0. That's gotta be an Adobe thing. Yeah, that's an Adobe thing. Coordination skill, 0. Agility skill, 0. Miscellaneous, -1. So this is just... Oh, right. I forgot to... Which should just be 1d6 plus -1. Yeah. Lovely. Swampurt's not going first, but that's not a surprise to anyone. This just in. Swampurt's slow. Yup. Yep. Speed 60. That is not good. Faster than Regirock. Oh boy. I love being faster than... Actually, being faster than Regirock at Swampurt's pretty good, because Surf is definitely a weapon you can use. It's definitely a thing. What we've essentially made, actually, is Focus Punch Swampert. With other utility. So, that's funny. Okay. Let's give him the best armor he can have. So that would be 7. It's gonna be full plate. He's a pretty high-level character. So he'll be able to afford it. Base 7. Quality +2. Agility, we're ignoring. Dodge, we're ignoring. Parry, we're ignoring. Oh, we could have been putting things into parry. I didn't think about parry. Is there anything here we want to put into parry? Yeah, medium armor. We'll just take that hit to our awareness. It's fine. I'd much rather have more defense. Yeah. And Swampert levels up one more time. He'll be able to put another slot into parry. That's the maximum he'll be able to benefit from parry. Shield. Nope. Miscellaneous plus the style, actually. We have a thing for that. And helm, we'll give him... It's a medium helmet, so that's... Oh, here it is. 3. Okay, so this is a pretty bulky boy. This has got pretty good armor, all things considered. 6. Yeah, 6. 9 plus 6. That's pretty good. Soak, no soak. The roll for 9 plus 6 is 1d12 plus 10. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of health, but he's got a lot of defense. So it's a little bit of an inverse from how Swampert actually works. But, like, fuck it. Whatever. It's fine. Doesn't have any cover because he's not using a shield. Agility is -2, I think. Yeah. Wow. Another song already. Yeah, don't get hit is the meta for Greyplains. That's absolutely true. Why are you getting hit? You should have planned better. If you're getting hit, you're losing. It's that simple. You had time to not get hit. Yeah, defense is more important than health. And that's just true in life. Because, like, you know, no one has that much health. Regirock does. Regirock has so much health, dude. Regirock has so much health. Let me switch this over to Twilight Shrine. So it's kind of in an ironic situation. We've actually swapped the elements that make Regirock with Swampert. But, like, whatever. I don't care that much. Regirock, ironically, is getting hit and then just not caring. And then just killing you. It's like, oh, did you crit me? That's very funny. Now you're dead. As opposed to Swampert, who's just like, you just didn't hit me. Good luck, fucko. The reason why having great defense is sometimes worse than having great health is because spells don't target your physical defense a lot of time. They make you make saves. And, if your save sucks and your defense is high, didn't matter how good your defense was, because now you're dead. So that's the basics of that. So there's trade-offs. There's no one clear winner or loser in making a character, because it's a well-balanced game, I think. I find Greyplains to be well-balanced. The more I do stuff in Greyplains, the more I'm like, damn, that was actually kind of smart. I put 2 in parry? I only have 1 in parry, right? Shit. 1d12, so it's 1 less. I don't know why I put 2 in parry. Whatever. Still. It'll get there eventually. Magic defense is split between your attribute saves. So health, fatigue, and sanity are your magical defenses, as well as your ability to use your skill saves. So investing into your action skills to intentionally have better saves is your magic defense. There is no, like, because magic defense in Simplanes is an amalgamation of your attributes to defend specially. Yeah. Okay. Character options. We get to pick maneuvers and devotions now. Back of sheet time, boys. Back of sheet time. Back of sheet poggies. Get more cola. Okay. Two maneuvers. Okay. That's interesting. Make a 5-meter melee attack on a hit. The enemy is blinded for 1 turn. Accessible attack. Deal half damage. Mud slap. This is... Oh, I need to pull up the book. Sorry, everyone. We could give Swampert Dirty Fighting here, and that's just Mud Slap. Mudkip's famous only ground move until I actually forget what the other one is. It's like the 55 damage ground move. I don't remember. Disarm. Fatigue save against the warrior. Melee proficiency or disarm. Gain 1 additional attack. The warrior does not provoke opportunity attacks movement. Gain. Heal 1 health. That's pretty good. Add damage to a successful attack. +1 threat adjustment. +1 threat adjustment. You, like, make a melee attack with your proficiency, but it's 5 meters away. And they're just blinded for 1 round. So it's not that big a deal. I mean, it can be. It can kind of be winning the game, but... Momentum, pin, precise strike. That's sanity. We don't want to use sanity. We want to use fatigue. And hard strike is fatigue based. So we're going to take hard strike for sure. +1 threat adjustment on... Because we want to try to get those crits as much as possible. So that's a good use of 2 fatigue, I think. Because you can just do 2 fatigue and increase your threat by 1. And that could be massive, depending on how it works, how it rolls over. You could just, like, completely shred their armor. It could be actually pretty monumental. Guarded stance. Fleet-footed extra attack. We get another one. More tag, Poggies. I don't need more tag. Spinda's tagging us. We got tag. Disarm. Let me read disarm again. Accessible attack, deal half damage. The target must succeed a fatigue save against the warrior's melee proficiency or be disarmed. Disarm is okay. Our melee proficiency is not that good. We're trying to cheese having a higher proficiency than we actually have through impact. So Swampert's job is to fight the heavily armored guy, because he can kind of get around that defense somewhat, and he's going to chip it away with easier access to crits. Easier access to crits and more impact from the crits with hard strike. So I don't think disarm's going to be great for us. If we had a really good weapon proficiency, fighting proficiency, it would be good. But we just kind of don't. The other thing I can think of is defend. Because that just absorbs damage for someone else, and that's often what he be doing. I like defend. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna go with defend. Defend. And literally, in a sense, Swampert comes in on a resisted move so that he doesn't get hit. Another Pokemon doesn't get hit. It's a thing that Swampert actually does quite a lot, is essentially take damage. Gotta protect Spinda. It's true, you do. We do have to protect Spinda. Because Spinda sucks. Sucks so much. It's so bad. Okay, devotion time. Devotion poggies. Yeah, recover. Absolutely. Does not learn recover, but whatever. Oh, book. Right. Uh, so recover is really good because you can just instantly just be like, nope. Instantly get more healing on someone, and it's pretty cheap. It's 1 sanity, but you have to do it immediately after they take damage, and it's just 1 health. So it's like it's good. It's a really good feature, and you do it as a minor action. But it's not like, wow, holy shit, oh my god, that's crazy, bro. Rushed casting. Wait, how many do we get? Let's have to look at this. Whenever they heals themselves or another character, they spend 1 sanity, heal additional health. Oh, that's really good. Oh yeah, this synergizes really well. So we're gonna do light later on. Two devotions here. We're level 3. And we don't get a discount to devotions. We just get to inspiration, which is fine by me. 2 slots in Sage Spheres. Are these bonus slots? Doesn't seem that way. These are really supposed to be bonus slots. So otherwise, you can never get up to the higher levels of casting. Oops. 1 error. Where's the error coming from? Okay, no problem. If I make another poll, I'll announce it, obviously. And you better vote, because you're here. I need it. It's right here. Two devotions. Let me go back to the character sheet. Because this is spend. And with the recover, whenever they heal for that 1, they actually heal for 3 by spending an additional sanity. So that's 2 sanity, heal 3 health. That's a good deal. That's really good. Granted, it only works immediately after they take damage, but that's pretty solid. Powered spell, inverse. I'm going to take inverse. Inverse is just useful. It's also a fatigue cast. Inverse of spells. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, we've got features to go through. Thankfully, we don't have anything for being a human, really. Not anything of worthy of note. Deific spheres. Light. That can't be right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're just gonna have fun with this. See if we can get this to fit some way or another. Whoop. I love PDF. I love PDFs. They completely understand what's going on. They have a very real understanding of how the document works. Okay, and watch what I can do. Let me, first of all, let me actually also do... No, that doesn't help. Okay, that looks better. Lock this, unlock this. Merge cells. Look at that. It's like it was meant to be. No harm, no foul. Swampert never. True. Swampert, is a man that appreciates a quality product at a reasonable price, like Greyplains, available on DriveThruRPG for $25 for the PDF and however much it costs to print it and ship it to your house on DriveThruRPG. Buy it physically, you also get a PDF for free. It's on sale, supposedly. In hindsight, I should have merged them that way. But I don't really care. It's fine. Layer 4. Go back to layer 4. Okay. Actually, I can just undo. Reality, what I want is... I actually just want to delete these columns. And then do that. It's actually better. Yeah, that looks more right. Okay. This time, it's flawless. You'd never know. You'd never know. Let's, it, actually. With the exception of, we have to do spell casting in theory. Yeah, we have to do spells. Yeah, we have to do spells. 5 plus 2 sanity. We love spells. Fuck, where am I? So zoomed in. There we go. First time doing spells on stream. That is unfortunately true. Bonus 1, slots 3. So it's 4 plus it's 6 plus archetype level, which is 3. Yeah. The other ones are terrible. I guess I'll fill them out, but 0. 0. 0. It's just 2 plus 3. Now, this might seem pretty bad, and it's really not good. But remember, that's not actually the point of Swampert. Swampert does not have a high spellcasting proficiency, because he's not really casting spells that require a proficiency save, typically. With the exception, maybe, of something that's like Roar. Well, we'll look for something that it kind of has a similar vibe to it. I guess. 1d10 plus 3. 1d10 plus 2, rather. So that's 1d10 plus 5. 1d10 plus 5. It's 1d6 plus 3. 1d6 plus 3. 32. Yep, that's it. Scrolls. We don't have any scrolls. Yeah, forgot about Roar. It's been a while since we thought about Roar. Okay, inventory. We're not even going to deal with inventory. I don't want to fuck around with that. You play Swampert, you can equip him with inventory, okay? How about that? He's got... We know he has full plate. I'll write them on there. Things we know he has. Full plate. Heavy helmet. I guess he has a medium helmet. Maul. We could give him a heavy helmet. Why don't we give him a heavy helmet? Not getting advantage of it anyway for his awareness. He'll just take the helmet off when he wants to do something. Not a big deal. So that's an additional plus 2. So that's plus 8. 8 plus 8. That's 11. That's good. 1d12 plus 11. That's good defense. That's a hard-to-hit boy. That boy right there, let me tell you, is hard to hit. Leftovers? Yeah. I will give him leftovers. You're right. That's true. Now, I'll give him a pair of goggles. So he can see in sandstorms. That's the essentials. That's a full equip load for Swampert. Okay, money. We're not going to deal with money. Pack, magic items, none of that. None of that shit. Spell time, spell poggies. Okay. Jesus Christ. So the cool thing about being a priest is he can learn basically infinite spells. Because at a level 10, you probably have a lot of followers, and he's leader of the Mudkip Nation. So we could assume that Swampert's pulling in mad cash. So we're kind of just given whatever spells we want. We don't have to be too limited. I need to go a lot faster through this book, though. Okay. He can only cast light and elemental spells, though. Those are the... and sage spells, and all spells. So, first of all... Soul Bind. Is that the spell? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, Soul Bind. And Contact. No, we can't learn Contact. We can't learn Contact, mothers. It's fine. We can learn Soul Bind. That's an absolute essential for first level. Okay. Light? We can cast Light. Okay, that was just weird. Light. Level 1. 1. Sub A. Sub L. Type. Whatever. AoE 50. Oh, actually the range is self. Oh, I need to show the... No, I'm doing fine. Yeah, well, for Swampert, he can only get up to 4th level spells. He's not likely... He actually is likely to cast 4th level spells as 1st level spells with Inspiration, because Inspiration is a fucking crazy ability. So up to 4th level light and elemental spells. Damage, none. Soulbind save, none. Cast, time. Cast is 1. Time is soul. Page is 140. Roar phases the opponent out. So whenever you roar, the opponent switches to another random Pokemon. So something that moves the Pokemon away is the best thing I can think of, which something may usually those kinds of spells are psychic in hindsight. And I guess we could do light psychic if we have to, because we're not forced to run elemental, you know. We could switch it all over to psychic. AoE type is a T/O. Range is 50 meters. Damage is none. Cast is... Save is none. Cast is 1. Time is soul. The page is also 140. Can't cast Charm. Projection. Can't cast Projection. Magic Barrier. Oh yeah, Magic Barrier. Also, it stops crits from happening. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Next song. Oh, back to the beginning. Wow. Amazing. of self. Oh, HDMI, what are you doing? Cast is damage 0. Save is non. Cast is 2. Time is soul. Should say soul instead of soul bind, whatever. Page is 141. Banish is also a masterwork spell, I think, right? Yeah, it's a masterwork spell. We don't have access to that. That's 5th level in our archetype. We get masterwork. We have I haven't picked any spells that require the elemental sphere in case we want to switch to psychic in order to better emulate roar. Right now I'm just picking generally useful spells. He's not going to dispel magic. Actually, he has remove. He could do remove magic. That's really good. Yeah, he actually wants to spell magic / remove magic. Okay, yeah, we're gonna definitely take that. We're definitely gonna take that. He can learn so many spells that I'm just going through the basics right now. Let me add minor restoration on there right now, because that is exactly what refresh does. What page is minor restoration on? $156. Okay, thank you. Go over to 156. Yeah, we're going to have to stop writing the spells that he knows. Because we ran out of room, but that's fine. That's what the expanded character archetype sheets are going to be for, is for exactly this problem. But I'm fine with just writing spells that he has. In some of them and not all of them. Is there a miscellaneous section? No, there's not. Whatever. Yeah, this sheet is not fully equipped to handle all the stuff that you might want to do. Restoration. I wrote that right. It's probably a target. It's a creature. Range 2 meters. Nope, wrong one. Save. Cast 10. Ah, that's funny. Oh, I can also cast Greater Restoration. Ah, crap. That's 142. Okay. Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. We're just gonna write here the other spells that he has. We're not gonna go in full detail on them. Cure wounds. 2. 157. So refreshing, right? Subscribe to imported cheese to understand that joke, I guess. Covenant of Light. 159. Okay, we're in arcane spells here. Remove curse. Yeah, let's do greater elemental manipulation. Oh, can he learn Earthquake? This Earthquake is... Okay. No, Earthquake's not a spell. It's a spell in Dungeons and Dragons. Yep, that's Earthquake enough. That's Earthquake enough. Because you can just kind of go like, wonk, and they fall into the earth. 9 meters cubed. is a lot of space. It's a lot of space. That's both Surf and Earthquake. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what he does. Bind Outsider. I'm happy with this spread. I'm going to give him minor elemental manipulation as well. You can also freeze. That sounds like Ice Beam to me. That sounds like Ice Beam to me. Those are the 3 things he does. All in one spell. Hell yeah, brother. Good job, Morel. Good find. Good find. Is it lesser? Oh, it's just elemental manipulation. Okay. Hell yeah. Good work. Mission accomplished. We got him, boys. Okay, that's it. That's unless you have more spells, you can assign those spells to me later, Mirel. But for now we pause. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Not that one. This will be worth it. This will be worth it. Show Smogon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. But that, so that's the ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I need to think about doing that, having to do that later if I ever want to do a clip. Noted. Okay. Anyway, that's it's just a horn. We could give a magical item, horn of fleeing. He's level 10. He can get bailed out. What's a good threshold? Because if it's performance skill, he's terrible at that. First magical item creation. That's true. It's true. No, presence. It had to be something base. Didn't he level up his presence a little bit? It could be leadership. Let's say leadership. Technically, it's a sub-skill of leadership. Okay, here we are. Morale. Oh, it's just morale. It's just reverse morale. Bonk. Okay, we have forced a way to have roar. It's important. It's important to the character. It's necessary. And we've got it. We've got it, boys. Horn of Fleeing. Okay. Well, that's it for that. That only took 4 hours. Hey man, it's a complicated process. It's such a deep system. He's perfect. He's perfect. We love Swampert. He's the best boy. You know what's crazy about a lot of these spells is that he can cast a lot of these as lower level than they actually are, which is pretty good because some of these do have saves. So like he can cast Greater Elemental Manipulation because they have to make saves against his spellcasting proficiency oftentimes, or like get goofed by the effect, right? But he can cast Greater Elemental Manipulation as a first level spell, and it won't have a great proficiency, but if the thing he's hitting is just minions, then you create a hole and they all fall in and die. You know, like bada boom, bada bing, easy. You know, which I guess is one of the disadvantages of doing it this way is that we're not doing damage directly oftentimes, and we're dealing or healing damage, or forcing saves. So maybe not in theory the most perfectly optimal, but pretty good, pretty good. This is a pretty playable character. Uh, File, save this as stream characters Swampert. And here we go, boys. Hopefully I didn't save any other time while I was doing that. That'd be very annoying. Oh god. Ah, son of a bitch. I have to undo so much. Oh no. Oh no. Uh, every stream will start with Swampert. Yeah, basically. Yeah, just the gold standard of a character that does indeed work. It does indeed work. Man. Okay. Well, I'll post this in the Discord in a minute. I'll get off the stream. I have to unfuckle that character sheet, and then I have to put Swampert onto a archetype sheet. So I'll do that eventually. It's in the process. Serve as a reminder. I should have saved as immediately. Swampert. That was my mistake. I thought I did that, but I never got around to it because I was nervous about doing stuff. So, whatever. It's not the end of the world. It's just it's gonna be very annoying, particularly this part here. InDesign, would you like to? Thank you. This part here, I have to unfuckle, and that's gonna be obnoxious. So, yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Uh, it's truly, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to call it for the night. Thank you all for joining me. I will have my next stream probably pretty soon, definitely after Thanksgiving. But I'm not working a lot for the rest of the month. I have a potential gig the 25th and the 29th. So I will be doing those, but nothing else. I'll also definitely be streaming more on the Discord of just me working on stuff. I don't want to stream YouTube live, probably just me working on stuff, because the people in here are the people working on. Or the people here are the people in the Discord anyway. Swamp Souls, yeah. uh, and I don't want to have to. I don't want to expose the general audience to the secret content of Greyplains. You know, if you want the secret content of Greyplains from the streams, join the Discord. Uh, I guess the Discord link is in the description for you to do that. So, bye everyone. Have a nice night. Andrew, join me in the Discord because I want to show you the character that I made for the 5e mods. And that is all. You can also come too, Josiah. I'm not telling you you can't come. Anyway, bye.